perfect time, nurtured right. Them man there be learning lines, rehearsing lines. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Fucking hate football sometimes. Big up everyone that's locked in. As always, smash the like and subscribe button. Remember, 1 like equals 1 fuck Anthony Taylor. So if that isn't enough to get us to 500 likes by the end of the video, I don't know what is. But yeah, big up everyone. We got over 150 of you guys in here already. I know you're all pissed off. And yeah, so am I. I'm so glad I didn't stream last night because my head was hot. My head was so hot. Even by the end of the night when I got home, I was drunk as fuck and I was still fuming off that game. But yeah, let me know what everyone's saying. Let me know what everyone's saying. Big up Abian, Dinishan, play-by-play. Senegalese Maldini, you were the Senegalese Maldini yesterday. Big up Wason Wount saying big up the Ethiopian Carlton Bags, you wallad. But big up Arpan, big up Shaq. I don't blame you, my guy. Accelerate, don't send him to jail, send him underneath the damn jail. In my personal opinion, but yeah, what else we got? Wait, did I switch everything I needed on? Yeah, alright, cool. Right, what else we see? I was late for the smoothies. I had to set up everything. I was running a bit late, but yeah. Big up everyone in here. First thing I want to say on the game is I don't want to hear anyone blame that performance on any one individual because it wasn't. We could easily talk about the Sterling miss, the Havertz miss. We could easily talk about the Jorginho error for the first goal, but we can all sit there and be in agreement that we got fucked over by the referee and we got fucked over by VAR. So that should be the number one thing on our minds. We shouldn't be here trying to point fingers at players because I thought we played brilliantly yesterday. I thought we dominated them from the first minute to the last, really, other than like a couple of phases of play, like about 1 minute or two. So maybe a space of about 5-10 minutes in certain areas. Other than that, it was all Chelsea. We dominated in midfield. We dominated defensively. The final third is the final third. We already know we're going to be slow in that area. We're going to take too many touches and our finishing isn't going to be good enough. But we dominate in all other aspects of the game. Big up Flawless as well. You know it's a bad stream when Flawless has turned up early because you know I'm going to be pissed off. But big up yourself, my guy. Everyone check out Prayer for the Ops down in the description below as well. And yeah, like I was saying, we were better than Tottenham. The team played a win. Tuchel coached a win. They are not to blame for this performance. The reason why we didn't get the 3 points is simply put the referee. And like even the first Tottenham goal, I'm not so sure about because every time I'm watching the replays on it, I'm not sure if Romero gets the ball first or if he gets Havertz first. It is very, very hard to judge. I'm seeing one replay and it looks like he gets the ball first. I'm seeing one replay and I'm thinking he might just clip Havertz. Oh, God forbid, that's disrespectful. He might have clipped Havertz before he got the ball. So at the most, that's a 50-50. I'm not going to say anything too much about the first goal because I'm just not so sure about it. The second one, by the way, is a load of arse. Absolute arse. Like, hair pulling, at the very least, is either unsportsmanlike conduct or it should be a straight red card for violent conduct. It's one or the other. See, a lot of people saying Richarlison was offside. I'm going to have to double check on that one. But if he is, then okay, we just got fucked over for both goals. I can't even give him the benefit of the doubt on the first one. It is utterly ridiculous, but what do you expect when Anthony Taylor is in charge? And speaking of which, big up the super chat from Anthony Taylor saying, El Chelsea, El Chelsea. You are lucky I'm in a good mood, bro. Todd Miller says, fuck Taylor, fuck Dean, fuck Tottenham, also fuck VAR as well. Damn right. Big up yourself. But yeah, this was all on Anthony Taylor, yet again. And seeing as there's 355 of you guys in here, let's go through the crimes of Anthony Taylor as a referee in Chelsea games. Obviously, the game yesterday, hair pull, and you could see this egghead is right in front of Cucurella and Romero when it happens. Humpty Dumpty couldn't see it, but it is what it is. Then there was a debatable red card on Reece James last season in another top 6 game, another second match day of the season. It's an annual fuck up from this bold fraud, but it is what it is. And then we go to the year before, where Harry Maguire decides he wants to hit Azpilicueta with $1 million dream in the box, and VAR yet again ignored it. Anthony Taylor yet again ignored it. What about Marcus Alonso getting Superman punched by Gazzaniga? And he called a free kick against Chelsea for this one. I mean, thank God VAR actually turned up for this one, because they didn't turn up for anything else. But fucking hell, just another egregious offence from Anthony Taylor. Then we go to the FA Cup final, where when he wasn't just calling fouls against Chelsea for any sort of 50-50, there was giving Kovacic an unfair an unfair red card for this bullshit. Speaking of FA Cup finals, the only referee to referee 2 FA Cup finals, and the only referee to get 2 FA Cup finals wrong. We got the handball in this one. I also don't have a picture, but Ramsey was also offside in the build-up to this, and the linesman called that, and Anthony Taylor told him, nah, fuck you, I'm the referee. This is my moment. I'm in control. I'm correct. You're wrong. And yet again, Anthony Taylor fucks us. Jose Mourinho was right. There is a campaign against Chelsea. There is a campaign against my football club. And he said that after a 1-1 draw against Southampton in 2015, when Cesc Fabregas was wrongly booked for what was seemed to be a dive. Guess who the referee was for that game? I won't say nothing. Just take a guess. Take a guess, my friends, please. There's no prize for the winner because it's fucking obvious. But yeah, Anthony fucking Taylor, as always. Also, he was the one that sent Jose Mourinho off in 2013 against Cardiff. This guy has been fucking us over for a full decade, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. I see so many people saying, will Anthony Taylor be allowed to referee another Chelsea game? Or will people make... I see this petition as well for Anthony Taylor to ban him from Chelsea games. And I think over 100,000 have already signed the petition. We did it last year. And that obviously didn't work. He got given the reverse fixture against Liverpool straight afterwards. Don't be surprised if he's the referee for Tottenham away, because controversy creates cash. This guy will be here fucking us over at every available opportunity until he retires. And then he'll do a Mike Dean, go to VAR and fuck us over from there too. Is what it is. Big up Daniel saying Thiago Silva is every Chelsea fan right now. Fuck Anthony Taylor. Just pull myself out just for that. Big up Thiago Silva. Big up Daniel for the donation as well. Anthony Taylor has been fucking us over for years. To a point where if you don't laugh, you will cry. You will just get angry about it. I really want to try and talk about the game because we played well. And this takes away from what was a great performance from Chelsea. I am the first one to be on the players when I don't think that they've pulled their weight or I don't think that they're performing to their full capacity. I think everybody left it in the pitch yesterday. I thought the pressing, the work rate was unbelievable. They didn't let Tottenham breathe. They didn't let Tottenham breathe for a minute. They were always on the back foot. Always on the back foot. Remember, I did a preview with one of the Tottenham panelists. I think it was Henry Wright. Big up Henry. But he said Tottenham were going to dominate possession at the Bridge. I told him, no, it's not happening because we always dominate possession. Our biggest problem is that we don't do anything with it. And we were good in possession. Koulibaly, I thought, was, not going to lie, a bit sloppy with his passes in the first 10-15 minutes. As soon as the goal came in, though, different player. And he looks like the perfect partner next to Thiago Silva. His passing improved. Everything was excellent from him. Excellent. Thiago Silva as well, I thought, was brilliant. Reece James, I was surprised to see at right centre-back, but he was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He linked up well with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. The understanding between the pair of them was excellent. Loftus-Cheek as well, by the way, might be saving us from going to get another right wing-back for depth. Because he's been brilliant in pre-season in that position. He's been brilliant again against Tottenham, and he looks like he's starting to get more comfortable in that position. The drives into the box was excellent. He should have had an assist for Sterling. I love Sterling. I think he's been brilliant for us since he came in. He should have scored that. He 100% should have scored that chance. I don't know how you're skying that from 9 yards, but Chelsea. Midfield, I thought Jorginho was excellent. Yeah, he did kind of fuck himself for that first goal. Completely understand that. But if Richarlison was offside, then the goal shouldn't have counted in the first place. And I don't want everyone to just only focus on the fucking Højbjerg goal when you're discussing Jorginho. Because I will put my hands up and say, like, that was his mistake on that. But don't use that to take away from the fact he was excellent in all aspects other than that. And N'Golo Kante as well. Brilliant build-up play. Again, should have got the pre-assist for Sterling's miss, because he's the one that set up Loftus-Cheek for that. No, he got the pre-assist for Sterling to assist Reece James. And he nearly did that in the first half as well for Havertz. He gave a brilliant build-up play, brilliant pass to Sterling, who passed it back to Havertz, and I think it was a good save from Hugo Lloris. But Kante was excellent as well. In the front three, Mount I thought was good. I thought it was very good. His build-up play was good from the back. I thought work rate and running was same as always, but didn't really stand out or have a big highlight from the game. But I didn't think he did anything wrong. I didn't think he got dispossessed nearly as much as he did in the Everton game. So it was an improved performance from him. Who else? Sterling, thought was brilliant. I thought... didn't actually know. First half, he was a little bit invisible. Like, we didn't see that much from him other than the setup for Kai Havertz. Second half, though, started to kick into life a lot more. Should have scored. He should have scored that chance. Same thing with Havertz as well. But Havertz, I actually thought played well. Like, yes, the miss was unbelievable. Like, Reece James's crosses get so disrespected by our number 9s. It is so infuriating. And it comes to him on his strong foot as well. And it's like, how the fuck did you shoot that wide? But we know Havertz is an atrocious finisher. I said I don't want him as my number 9 for the season. We're just stuck with him as a number 9. But even in spite of that, he played well. I thought his work rate was good. He kept fighting the Tottenham defence all game. His link-up play started to become vital for us in the second half as well. He was part of a lot of very good attacks. Good performance from him. I can't sit here and say any player let us down, which makes the performance even more infuriating, because this was not the fault of the players. This was the fault of the referees, and this was the fault of VAR. What was Fleur saying? Do you think Mendy should have done better with the first goal? I'm hearing Richarlison was offside. And I'm guessing, because I did see a picture frame of him potentially blocking Mendy's vision, so I'm not even too sure. Not sure. But Mendy, I thought, had a good game. Every time he was called upon, he reacted excellently. And I can't directly blame him for the first goal or the second goal. So I can't say nothing on Mendy personally. I don't think he had a bad game. Let's see what else everyone's saying. Wait, someone says Havertz played well, but shite finishing. That's literally his game. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just be on him and say he was terrible. He was not terrible. I thought he was really good. Really good. That's the best game I've seen from Havertz in months. Here's the thing. That Havertz performance to me, that should be a bad Havertz game. But because he's been so shit for the last year or so, we're sitting here and saying that that was a good performance. And that was a good performance from him, but that's what the standard should be. And he should be pushing to even raise those standards, because he still should have buried that chance. Havertz played well, but that's the sort of performance I want to see. I don't see that sort of intensity. I don't see that sort of pressing drive. I don't see that movement from him in 9 out of the 10 games that I watch him play. But I'll see it against Tottenham. If he played like that a lot more, I would have a lot less to criticize him about. Because he was showing intent. He was involved in the game. He wasn't disappearing. He wasn't ghosting. This is the sort of performance that I would want to see from Havertz, even as an average performance. But because the bar is so low with Havertz, we're saying it's a good performance. I want to see a performance like that more from him. Give me more games like that, and I can have a bit more faith in you. Good performance, but please keep it up. I beg you, don't ghost Leeds. Don't ghost Leeds, because I'm just going to be even more vexed. Because I've seen you play well now. I need to see you do it more. I need to see you do it more. Wait, where was that comment? I need to see. By the way, 600 you guys in here. Don't tell me it's not on 200 likes. We're only on 100. Guys, run it up. I told you, 1 like equals 1 fuck Anthony Taylor. That should be enough reason to get to 300 likes right now. Right now. So everyone, run the likes up. Yeah, okay, Richarlison's... Then we got fucked for both goals. We got fucked for both of them. And yeah, SU, imagine if we had someone in the middle who wouldn't disrespect Reece James's crosses. Because, like, he's our most creative player, and we always seem to fuck him over because we just have idiots in the middle who can't finish. Maybe if we did have a CR7, maybe we would finish more chances, but I won't say too much. I won't say too much. And also, I don't want to be too negative because we played well. I'm going to keep saying it. We played very well and we deserved the win. Tottenham did not deserve the draw. They absolutely stole it. And also, by the way, I was told all this shit before the game that, Tottenham are different now. It's a new era. Antonio Conte, Kulusevski, Ginger from Sweden, all of this bollocks. That I said the entire week. The mental block is going to be our biggest favour going into this game. Tottenham do not like coming to this ground. They don't. Kane just got his first goal here since 2016. Son was... he weren't there. I wouldn't have even noticed he was on the pitch. Invisible. Kulusevski, he might as well have been hiding inside of Cucurella's hair. I didn't see him the whole game. The midfield I was told was going to batter our midfield. Anonymous. Didn't see them anywhere. I only saw Højbjerg when he scored. And that was it. The defence, I mean, Romero was all right. He's a bit of a shithouse, I can't lie. But I can appreciate a shithouse. But even then, we didn't really threaten them too much defensively until the second half, so I can't say too much. But we battered them. That's not the Tottenham I was hearing about. And maybe it's because it was Chelsea. Maybe it's because they don't like coming to the bridge. But still, same way. I was told so much by so many Tottenham fans. There's no way you can be happy with that performance. That is not the performance that the hype said that we were going to see. What I saw was shit. It's just the same old Tottenham with the same old mental block, and they shit the bed every time they come to the bridge. They needed 2 extra men to get a result. 1 egghead in VAR and 1 egghead on the pitch. Is what it is. But I will say, from a neutral perspective, what a game. Like, this, by the way, is a real derby. None of this North London derby bollocks where two homeless people fight over who's more broke than the other. We're not doing this. Chelsea v Tottenham is the London derby. There's no level of heat like it. I've seen so many Tottenham players as well say that Arsenal is big for the club. It's big because it's Tottenham and everything like that. But it's Chelsea. Chelsea, that's the hardest game for them. Chelsea are the team that they hate the most. And you see it on the pitch. They fucking despise us. And I'm not even saying it to be salty. I like it. I like heated derbies. I like heated moments like that. I was seeing Tuchel and Conte beefing, and I was enjoying it. I don't even hate Conte based on all of that. That shit was funny to me. Reload it at White Hart Lane next year and everything like that. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. But that's a derby to be. None of this fucking North London derby bums, bollocks and all that shit. Just Chelsea dunking on Tottenham every year. Give me that every day of the week. North London derby is bigger, says the insecure Arsenal fan. Big up yourself. But yeah, North London derby has more the longevity and history behind it. But so many Tottenham players have come out in interviews, well, ex-Tottenham players now, but that's still going to be the same vibe around the dressing room. And they said the Chelsea game matters more. Do you want to know why? Because they never beat us. They never do. Other than one game in the Carabao Cup and 2018 where they dunked on us the whole year, they never get anything against us. So Chelsea does matter more. North London derby is usually just home team wins. Arsenal will win at the Emirates most of the time. Spurs will win at their ground most of the time, but it's very predictable. Chelsea v Tottenham is next level heat. And fair enough, I get you guys will say North London derby is bigger. You're an Arsenal fan, you're going to feel that more. But like Musa says, ask Dele Alli. Also, ask Kieran Trippier. They will say very different things to what you're saying, my friend. So I cannot hear that. I cannot hear that. Rigo Park says, how come our defenders can finish, but our forwards can't? Cooley world-class volley. Yeah, that spun me. Koulibaly on the volley just smacked it in from a corner out of nowhere. But it's the same thing from last season. Our wing-backs and our centre-backs and our midfielders need to score for us because our attack can't. But this is what I'm saying. We need forwards. Oh, we don't need a striker. We're not going to make a lot of chances. We're still going to make chances. People act like we make 1-2 chances. People act like we only make 1 or 2 chances a game. No, there's some games we'll make 3 or 4. Even if there's 1 or 2, I want someone who's a better finisher at the end of it than somebody I don't trust. I need players I can trust in the front three. I don't trust anybody except Sterling. And that's about it. And even then, I'm still saying Havertz and Mount were good, but I need to see better. And I still need to see end product. I need to see finishing because we're not seeing that. We're not. And that's still going to hold us back. That's still going to hold us back. But it is what it is in that regard. Ghost says, Lewis, I'm a Spurs fan and we got away with that. But I don't care if you got robbed because we don't get nothing from the bridge. And fair play to you. You shouldn't care. You got no reason to. Like, I was fuming with the full-time scenes. But that was just because my head was hot over Anthony Taylor and everything. I was like, you lot are shameless. You're celebrating this and the referee fucking handed it to you on a plate. But it is what it is. I don't blame you. We would have done the exact same thing. We would have done the exact same thing. Be shameless. Take the draw again. You lot struggle to get anything at the bridge. I think that's the first time you've taken a point from us since 2018. Yeah, I keep forgetting you lot won in 2018. But other than that, it was 2016. You lot struggle, so I don't blame you. Take the draw. You got absolutely handed it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see what you guys are saying. 800 of you guys in here. That is madness. 300 likes. There we go. Again, 1 like equals 1 fuck Anthony Taylor. So let's get to 500 now. Everyone run up that like button immediately, please. To be fair, Havertz was better than Sterling yesterday. Both of them kind of only really turned up in the second half, if we're being honest. Like, if anything, Mount was probably the most consistent one out of the front three. And even then, Sterling had more of the impact because he got the assist. But Havertz, I thought, didn't do much in the first half. Sterling, I thought, didn't do much in the first half. The only thing that they both did was their link-up for Havertz's miss. Other than that, I didn't see anything from either of them. What do you think about the goal? Don't, man. If he was 15 or 20 million, I would actually be down for it. But we're going to pay 40 to 50 million for a youth prospect who's shown nothing at Everton and just presses. Is what? If we even put 40 to 50 million on, like, I get trust in Tuchel and everything like that, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But fuck me, man. We're here still trying to get attackers, midfielders through the door, trying to sort the Fofana deal. And we're here bumming 50 million out on Anthony Gordon. You're going to have to do a lot to sell me on that. Fucking hell, man. What else are you guys saying? So, Lewis, would you like to see one of our players? No, because they'll get sent off for it. It's double standards. But you already know what it is. So I don't want to see it. Anthony Taylor's a knobhead. Mike Dean's a knobhead. And yeah, it's as simple as that. What we see? On a real, though, Kai actually played sick but missed the Howland. Sterling played terrible and missed the sitter too. You can't say one played brilliantly and the other played crap. I think they both had similar games. Didn't do much for the first half, turned up a bit more towards the second, and they both missed a big chance. The only difference is Sterling got an assist. I don't think Havertz played amazing. I think he was good. Sterling, I thought was good. That's it. That's just it. That's the thing. He's raw. He's not worth 40 to 50 mil. Maybe that's Everton's valuation, but that's enough for you to say, okay, bye then, and hang up the phone. That's it. Don't add any more to that. Like, Don't even know why he put that sort of bid in. It's ridiculous. I heard Batshuayi might be going the other way. Just send him the other way. Don't even need Gordon. Just send him the other way. What else we said? He was looking for a property in London. Oh, fuck. This thing might actually be happening. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to sit here and try and hype Anthony Gordon, aren't I? I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much because he's a young player. He doesn't need to get slandered just because he's linked with Chelsea, and I don't want to be that sort of guy. But I don't understand it at all. I don't get it. That's a very good point because that's the first thing that came into my head when the second goal went in. I didn't even see the replays on the Cucurella incident, but I was thinking, why do we? Like, this is like the Wolves game. It's like so many games where not that we concede late, but we get complacent and we lose the lead. Fact is, in spite of that incident, I think there was 4 Tottenham players unmarked in the box, including Kane. So I don't get it. I don't get it. We weren't marking our men correctly in that. I need to have a second look at the setup for that second goal, but weren't good enough. Weren't good enough at all. 25 mil plus add-ons, not 42 or 50 straight. I mean, that's a bit better, but if it's like he's going to sit on the bench and if we win the Champions League, they get another 15 million, it's like, what are we still doing? It's got to be performance-based, not trophy-based or achievement-based, in my opinion. Rigo Park, I'm going to read this and I'll send the link out to everyone. Rigo Park says, someone tell me why the FA never investigate the actions of a ref. The good old boys club, are they blind? We talk about corruption in other leagues, but the Premier League is corrupt. Bro, football is corrupt. Football in general. The world is corrupt. Everything is corrupt. That's just the way it is. Why would the FA actually try to get a stranglehold of these referees when it makes controversy? And controversy brings views and that brings cash. That's exactly what the situation is. Why are they going to get rid of the controversy from the Premier League? The most controversial league in the world. Anything can happen. Anyone can be anybody in this league. It's a selling point. It's as simple as that, my friend. It is a selling point. That's why you'd get in more trouble for pulling them up on it, as opposed to the referees that actually make the howlers in game. So I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised, but I appreciate the donation. Really do. Thoughts on Ubba being 30 million euros? We're still going to have to pull that down a little bit, but if they bring him in, whatever. I want a striker. I've already said. I don't care. Aubameyang scores that Havertz chance. He has a better chance of scoring it than Havertz does too. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Right, I'm going to send the link out to everybody. Everyone run the likes up while I do this quickly. Cool. Yeah, just sending the link out now. Where's Alex? Fucking hell, this laptop is shit. Who else? Instagram. Keep forgetting about fucking Instagram. I'll send it to OTC and Duoscope. There we go. Right, cool. We'll see whoever hops in. Whoever hops in is what it is. Cool. Right, first person in. Yes, Alex. What are you telling me, my guy? You all good?
Nah. Still mad.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you.
Still fucking mad.
I needed hella zubbies to forget about that game, but it's annoying because we said we wanted a good performance from Chelsea. We got a brilliant performance from Chelsea. We got let down by the referee, as per fucking usual.
I think actually I'm more surprised about not actually about the situation. But I'm surprised how no reaction from the what's his name, Rory. He had so much depth into his conversation about why do Cucurella, but so far he had so much depth. You know what I'm saying? Like about Cucurella, he had so much depth into his screen. Quietness right now from all about Cucurella.
Fata, mute the stream, please.
You see what I'm saying? It's really, really, really. I don't even know how to freaking say it. I'm so pissed
he's
off.
not going to say nothing about Cucurella, though, because I already told you what Rory's game is. Again, Rory's my guy and everything, but I understand the game. He's just saying stuff to get reactions. So of course
this is the big reaction. This is the big reaction. This is when you're supposed to.
Said
No. I need. What I'm saying is like when next time he goes onto those TV like a Talk Sport Radio or anything like that. This is when Chelsea fans, I don't want him to talk about that. This is when, if we have differences about the style and everything, this specific situation should actually unite Chelsea fans. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want from that point of view. That's what we need. I don't care if he doesn't like Cucurella, he doesn't like Tuchel, he likes whatever. This is about the specific things. This situation involves all Chelsea players. Doesn't matter who. Because how many managers Anthony Taylor affected?
Jose, Conte, Sarri, Lampard.
You see what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about Chelsea complete. It's not about Cucurella. It's not about that. He has the biggest platform for Chelsea fans, right? And he's quiet. That's what I'm saying. It's not about the individual preferences in the Chelsea squad. I'm literally call him out. Where are you now when all the Chelsea fans need to be united on this specific situation? It's not about how you look at the game. It's not about the manager. It's not about the board. It affects all of us.
Well, to be fair, ultimately, he doesn't represent us. That's the problem. So
he doesn't. I'm not saying he represents us. I'm saying his platform, you can actually hear across it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Who are you talking about?
We're talking about Rory, but I agree with you, Alex.
Let's not dive into Rory a lot. Like we all know he's trying to get some reaction. So let's not.
This is the fuckery, man.
No. Let's not.
Yeah, like Fatou is saying, I mean, Rory isn't there to voice the opinion on most from most Chelsea fans. He's there for his own little agenda, for his own reason.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, does he have a Chelsea fans that follow him?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, why is that? Is that some Chelsea fans respect what he's saying?
I don't know. I can't answer.
So what I'm saying is, if we all Chelsea fans, all of us, it doesn't matter who, we don't care about what your personal views or specific situation, but this one specific thing needs to be talked about, not by one person. Oh, it doesn't affect Rory. It does fucking affect Rory.
He walked in
He's
media.
not going to be able to influence anything.
Yeah, he
But
walked in media.
if Rory had an agenda, why wouldn't he jump on this agenda as well?
I think you don't understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say voice. He has a bigger platform than we are. If he's gonna say, he's going to say it.
But his whole thing seems to be bigging up all the other teams. That's what his thing. His agenda. He's trying to get views from all the other channels, from all the other fans. I think that's his game.
He worked in media, so he knows what buttons to press.
Move on from Rory.
He knows what the person to press. I don't worry too much about Rory. Let him do his thing.
Just move on. Move on.
Fucking move on. Yeah, move on. Listen to Father.
Let's just move on. Like, look, we all
he got his exposure on Sky Sports. That's what he wants.
I think no way the guy who speaks the least is telling everyone to move on. I can't believe this. Shameless.
Hey man,
Fata, where's your burner doll?
Well, you want? Oh, give me a sec.
Oh, I saw that.
is
That was crazy. I saw that.
an unbelievable. I don't know, some Werner voodoo doll or some shit. God knows.
Hey,
Are you
big up
serious?
CFC Book, by the way.
Oh god.
Nah,
That
there's
is
no way.
unbelievable. What?
Hey,
What are
CFC Mook on Twitter. Make sure you follow him. Make sure you get.
I
ready to
Pastor, you
follow
haven't
him.
ripped a hole into that, right?
Yeah, what are you doing with that?
Nah, I'm just
Bato,
saying.
I always knew
Don't
it.
sit-
I always
Hey,
knew
don't
hey,
it.
sit-
respect him,
Pato.
man. He was at the game
Don't sit on
yesterday,
it.
bro.
Don't
Allow
sit
it,
on
man.
He was at a game. Yeah, I saw him. That was crazy.
Don't
Bato, you
sit on
shouldn't
it,
have showed us
Pato,
that
yeah?
goal.
Don't sit on it. Don't sit on it.
Yeah.
Nah, Bato, that's suspicious. I can't lie. That's suspicious.
Oh, declared. That's perfect, by the way.
What's
Perfect.
suspicious, man? What are you on about?
Nah, that's
Anyway,
suspicious.
anyway, about the game.
It's a bit sus.
Yeah, Moyo, talk to me about the game, bro. What you think?
I was happy with the way we played. I can't be mad. I actually didn't watch it live. I watched the full replay like a few hours later, but I was cheering for the team, and I was really happy with what I saw, with the way we played. If you guys noticed, Jorginho again, he's the hub of the team, but everyone else was moving the ball quickly, even before it got to him, and he was following suit. So Jorginho, don't tell me he's the one who holds us back in terms of us moving slow. He's in the middle of it oftentimes, but the whole team, they had that impetus in them, and we were moving the ball quickly. You know, one thing I also noticed from the back, Koulibaly, his influence in moving the ball, his quick passes, moving the ball,
Yeah.
made a big difference. He was finding Mount, he was finding Sterling. He would see those passes and he would throw them through. They weren't always accurate, but I liked the attempts from him, and that helped us also move the ball quicker. But of course, you know, referee's gonna do what he's gonna do against us, and I don't know what we can do. Like, they're not gonna change anything. He's gonna referee the next Tottenham game with it.
What's the ruling? What's the ruling?
Well, I
on
want
the red
Alex
card?
to visit him with a shotty.
Wait,
what's
what
the
did you?
ruling on the red
No,
card?
not just Alex. Don't let me catch that boy.
Yeah. Hold on. What's
Everyone can join in. We'll do a group mob.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.
What's the ruling on the red card though? Is it gonna miss the next game then?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
definitely.
Probably,
obviously.
yeah.
Unless we try to go to the FA and then rescinded it.
They're not
I
gonna.
mean, they're not gonna rescind that.
The same FA that just fucked us about for 90 minutes. You now want them
Whoa.
to help us? Like,
The
how long have
FA
you
will
been
give
supporting the club
Tuchel
for?
another fine for talking about Anthony
For
Taylor in the
talking,
post-match presser.
Yeah, I
Ain't
think
gonna
he
give-
might even
ain't
get
gonna
a 3-game.
take nothing.
I think
Yeah,
he
it
might
might
get a 3-game ban.
I'll be surprised if it's not extended.
No.
So,
3 games,
Yeah,
really?
I think it
Yeah,
might
for
be
the
extended.
comment.
They already
No,
said that we're not gonna charge that. What's his name? Rodri against that hair pull. We already said that he's not gonna. It's it.
All right.
So you take that?
No.
That rule
It's
away,
it.
yeah?
It's it.
Rules-
Let's move
the
on,
rules
Fata.
say-
It's it. Nothing happened. Let's move
Alex
on.
is so salty
Okay,
right now.
Is that what we're going with? Oh.
Keep going back. Screwing your Timo Dildo. Let's move on.
You see, you should have never shown that on the live.
Hold
bro.
that. Hold that. Hold that.
Yeah, you have no shame. Fata.
Yeah, you
Like,
shouldn't be
none
showing that
whatsoever.
while you're in your bedroom, Fata.
Oh,
You gotta.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like
I was more
it's not
questioned
like I've
about
ordered a
that Dal.
Christian one.
I was the
Hey,
question.
Lewis, you would do the
I
same
was-
thing with Christian show
I
as
was
well.
questioning. I was questioning about the Dal because it was
By the
suspicious
way-
fluid on the
by the
pillow.
way,
I was trying to see if
Lewis,
it's
you-
tears
You
or
literally
what is
put
it.
on my door. You
One
took a
at a
picture with
time.
it, yeah? Don't make me go through your phone, see it, yeah? You took a picture with it, yeah?
Not because I wanted it, because
What are
it
we
was
talking
fucking
about?
funny.
Let's for real move on now.
You took a picture of it because it looks fresh. In about a month's time, it will look really.
why?
Yeah, at least wipe those. At least wipe those tears on the pillow. Those tears, that liquid on his eyes. Is that tears or what is it?
Why are we talking
Actually,
about? Why are we talking about a Timo Werner sex doll?
Actually,
Exactly.
You know what?
Let's move on. Let's move on.
What do you want to talk about, Fato?
We had this argument in the group chat. Donald, you wanna talk about your certain agenda? If you want to.
What?
What agenda?
Why are you giving him the? Go on, Donald. What are you gonna say?
Let's go. So I think
I just want to hear this.
Jorginho yesterday, as much as you might think that the foul before on Havertz was a foul, I don't think it was. I think it was 50-50. The more I
Oh
look at
yeah,
it,
I think it's 50-50 too.
yeah. And the more I look at it, I
It's a
actually
slide
don't
from
think it's a
behind.
foul.
What
Yeah.
50-50?
But
Bro, he got the ball.
The replay show
I
he
don't
gets the ball
know.
first.
50-50.
He took his ankle.
Hold on
He
a
went through
second.
his ankle.
No,
He went through his
No,
ankle.
he
Let
didn't.
me
But it
finish.
looks
Let
like
me
he gets
finish.
the ball before. Like I'm
No,
really
Nah,
it
he gets his
doesn't
foot
matter.
before.
No.
It's
He gets his foot
50-50 on who touched the ball first, either his toes or he touched the ankle. That I will agree with you. That's a 50-50.
He got the ball.
That's not even
Well,
what.
regardless, he went through the
No,
player as well.
regardless of
When you-
that, slide from behind, it's
Exactly.
offense.
Exactly.
foul, yeah.
When
That's
you,
it.
when you come from behind, you have to get the
You
ball.
have to get the ball
And win it
100%.
cleanly
Even
and
before that
definitive.
foul, he got
Hold on.
fouled. Even
But-
before the
No,
kick,
yeah,
he
no,
got
no, no.
fouled.
If you,
The
He
debate
got
is,
pulled
did
back.
he get the ball first? And I'm not
It
sure.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
It
He
doesn't
was
matter.
sliding
When you
from
come from
behind.
behind.
no.
But I
No,
think-
you're saying when he does it, he has to get the ball first, and I'm not sure whether
No,
he does.
clean,
it has to be
clean.
Clearly, you have to cleanly and
Without-
defensively
yes.
win the ball.
But
From behind.
Without the touch of a player whatsoever. Do you see what I'm
My-
saying? If
My
you
biggest thing with the first one was that Richarlison looks offside. From the pictures I've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
And-
100%.
But
That's
I'll be honest,
100%.
I'll be honest,
I
There's
wasn't
no
even talking
debate
about
on
that foul.
that.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing.
And that's what I'm saying. If Jorginho doesn't make that mistake, that never happens with the first.
Thank you very much. And I'll be honest, that's where I want to focus my energy because I don't care.
Exactly.
And Lewis,
Thank
hold
you,
on,
brother.
Let me go. Lewis, I know you said that. I know you said that what's called Jorginho. He did his thing, played a decent game, and that's all well and good. There is under no circumstances where you start doing kick-ups in your own box and trying to clear it and just trying to flick it. They just please help me. Like, what are you doing?
Yes.
What
Yes.
are you doing?
I agree, Jorginho.
Yes, you're right.
I agree,
Yeah,
Jorginho should have done
you're
a lot
right.
better than that. But I'm
I
not
actually
going
agree
to
with
blame any
Gildo
one
Excel.
individual for
My
that
name's
performance.
Duoscope, mate. Anyway,
No.
go on, Lewis.
No, I was saying, like, I get it. I'm not sitting there saying, oh, it's not Jorginho's fault. That is, he should have done a lot better there. But that's not the reason why we drop points. I don't want this to turn into, oh,
Yes,
it's Jorginho's
exactly.
fault.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's the easy.
We can say
scapegoat.
he made the mistake, but let's not
I
blame
mean,
him
no,
for the
no.
No,
for
no, no,
We should
example,
have finished
it
them.
will-
We should have
it will-
finished Tottenham. They were there for the ticket. We should have
My
finished.
argument is,
No, it's
my
not
argument
the
is,
That's not the
tactical
thing either to
I
say.
could
We
easily
are
blame
finished them.
Havertz for the miss. No, he played well. He played well.
Exactly.
Everybody
No,
played
Havertz
well.
did-
Everybody
but
played
Havertz
well.
did not
But we
miss.
should have finished them.
It was
Can
a
I just?
save.
I just want to say
Havertz
one
No, no,
did
the
not
second
miss,
half.
it was
The
a save.
second half.
The second one, dude, that volley was so saucy. But you have to be a really, really top-ass striker to finish that. It's not as easy as people think.
wait,
It was
what?
bad.
The Havertz chance? Are you serious, man?
It wasn't
That
Yeah,
volley-
that was whipped in. That was whipped in volley. That wasn't easy. That wasn't an easy chance.
That
couldn't
wasn't
do
an
it.
easy
Came
shot.
with
If you
power
ever
now,
played
Alex
your
mentioned
game,
it.
man, you
Bro.
know how hard it is to put that
Bro,
thing
no,
in.
I
Control it.
don't care. This is 18
I'm
million.
no.
just
I'm
for
saying.
Havertz.
I'm saying.
Bro,
The,
look at
the angle it came in
excuses,
from as
fam.
well.
Look
The
at
angle it came, it was
excuses.
coming in, and he
I'm
was
not
running for it.
defending Jorginho.
difficult.
I'm
You gotta
not
open up, it's
defending Havertz. As a level you expect of the player, yes, he should be finishing those things. But I just don't think he's that level yet. So for me, he's not that level that usually finish. I think the proper striker probably would have finished that
exactly.
100%.
He's not a proper prolific.
He's
player.
not a.
That's one chance.
I expect
But we
better
should-
from
we
him.
still, That's
I
one
do.
chance, but we
I'll
still
be
should have
so
finished
honest.
them.
I'll
We still
be
should have
so-
finished them. They were there for
No,
the ticket.
we did finish them. Referee. We played against referee. I don't care. We
Yeah.
finished them.
Foley,
Yeah,
you can't blame the squad for this at all.
No, I'm not
Exactly.
blaming the squad. We played a great game. Everybody
No,
played
you're
well,
saying we should
right?
have
No, no, no,
finished them
what-
off. We did, and the
No,
referee.
wait,
fucked
so
up.
No,
Lewis,
what
Lewis.
I'm saying is they were there for the taking. They're forward, like
They
Kane-
were, and
And
we
we
No,
did
did
them.
take him.
Wait, let me explain.
We
Let me
did.
explain. Kane was 0. Kulusevski was 0. Son was 0. They were dead.
I
We
just
should
don't
have
get it. Are we
bombed
meant to
them.
talk about? Are we meant to talk
They
about the
were
ref
dead.
for an hour?
Well, we scored 2 goals.
We scored fine. We scored 2 goals, but we considered 2 goals too. Unfortunately, I know they cheated
It's
us.
the referee's
so wait-
fault.
Kick him out. Kick
Nah,
him.
bro.
Kick him.
So because of the referees, do we have to score 4 goals in a game
no,
to
no,
make
no.
up for?
Okay,
Because of the
okay.
ref.
Okay,
We
same
could've
as the
done
Everton.
things- we
Wait,
could've done
Wait,
things
let him
better
talk,
this
let him
week.
talk.
wait. Let me finish. Same as the Everton game. I know it's the first game, maybe fitness issues. I get that, but they were like a free kick or a penalty away from equalizing us. We should have finished them. That's my point.
We did finish
It's
them.
an
That's my
ongoing
point.
team. At the end of the day, Lewis is still 2-2. Lewis.
Yes,
Bully,
because
we
of
did-
the ref, not the team. So you can't say, "Oh, we didn't win. We should have done more." We did everything we could.
I
You
get the
gotta give
ref.
the players the
I get
credit
the
at this one.
Lewis. I get the ref point at the last minute. I get that. You're right. Or both goals should not have stood. I get that. But they were there for the taking. Even
They
2-1.
were taken.
Bowley,
Oh,
we
God.
took.
They were
Listen,
not taken.
what do you
No, I
not
can't lie.
getting?
I'm not. I disagree with that. They were taken.
I
Point.
don't
They were not
get. Are
taken.
you
It's still
We
Tottenham.
expecting us?
dominated them for 90 minutes, And
Correct.
we got
Bro,
run
did you
over by
see-
2 bullshit refereeing
Here's the thing.
decisions.
Here's the thing. When you talk about they were there for the taking, they were, as you could see by the possession in the first half. Did you see the XG? Did you see the create chances? They were borderline minimal. In fact, Tottenham had created a bigger chance than we had. We just scored
Oh
ours.
my god!
The reason we conceded at the end is, in my opinion, Cucurella was
Tottenham
completely
created
all over the
more
place.
drama.
No,
After he
it's
got
not.
fouled and never got sent off, that
Yeah.
when the ball was coming in, he looked like he'd lost his head. And
It's
then
not
you
him
saw it
only.
was that.
There were 3
Everyone,
flip
the
players. It's not him
superstars
only.
were
Yeah,
there.
it's not him
No,
only.
but here's the thing. Because I think we're attacking two
But
different.
it shouldn't
points
have
here.
got to that point because it was
Yeah.
a foul that should
Yeah,
have
I'm
gone
not blaming it.
Chelsea's
I'm not
way.
blaming
Yes, of
him,
course,
but
but like,
he looked rattled.
Yeah,
When
but I mean, he had his hair
he-
pulled like it was a girl. That's a bit sus, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Him having
guys
long hair is a bit sus.
Bowley, you
What?
guys are talking. Bowley, you're
No, his
talking.
hair
What are you talking
his
about?
hair- his hair getting pulled was sus. His hair getting
I
pulled
was right.
sus.
His name is Dildo XL.
Shut up. His hair getting pulled was sus. That was some bedroom activities moment. That's what I'm talking
Bowley, you're talking as if we
Because
created.
he wanted his hair pulled. He said, Romero, pull my hair, please. Please.
I pause.
about. No, I'm not
No,
saying it's sus.
no
I'm not-
pause. No pause. I said it.
No. I'm
Because
not
that's
saying
the way
I'm
it's
not-
meant to be on the pitch, isn't it?
No. I'm not saying
I went up to
Cucurella
Romero, he
was.
said,
Hold
"Pull my hair,
on.
please."
I'm not saying Cucurella was sus. I'm saying Romero was sus for doing that. Like that's.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
some
and he
bit
should have been sent off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about when I'm talking
I
about.
thought you meant Cucurella. I thought you were
Did you see
blaming
how
him.
smooth
Yeah,
that guy
yeah.
jumped from accusing Cucurella for going down soft? He literally said he went down soft, and then he changed his mind and said that Ava. If you will listen to the go rewind backwards, and you will hear him say, "I think it was soft. Cucurella went down soft," and now he's saying it's not about that. It's about Romero.
Romero is slick.
Smooth.
Do you know? I know it's a different sport, but like in the NFL, if you pull someone's hair, that's like
Thank you.
a really.
It's a part
Oh,
of the
that's
body.
another thing. That's
Doesn't
another thing.
matter.
That's another
It's-
thing.
There's a
it's
reason.
clear.
The body.
There's a reason for that.
Let's
You
move
don't-
on.
can
Fatur
check the
doesn't
rule
know
book
what
all you
hair
want.
is a part of the body.
It's clear.
His mustache. His mustache.
It's
is not
assault.
met yet.
It's assault.
Wait. Can we all agree that that's violent conduct? We can all agree that that's violent
We can
conduct,
all
right?
agree to
Nah,
that. Yeah. It's-
100%,
it's in the law.
Who said no? Who said no?
You said no.
You said
Okay.
no.
You'd get arrested for that shit.
Yeah, Donald. It sounded like you said no, but no.
No, when?
No. Dildo Excel said no. He said it's too soft for him to go down. Cucurella. Don't make
What
it
are you
start.
talking about? I can't. Like, you're on drugs. But anyway,
Pause.
so people were trying to argue with me and tell me that that was not violent conduct. You can't even do that in the UFC. And you think on the football pitch that's acceptable? And also, I don't know if maybe I didn't see it, but did Cucurella protest that to the ref, or did he just like not say
Yeah,
anything?
he did.
Yeah, he ran straight away to the ref.
But he should have gone down and he should have rolled around a bit. He got straight up.
Nah, but
Yeah,
They
and even
paused the corner for it as well.
They looked at on VAR.
Yeah, there's no need to like.
There's
say
no
he
need
should
for
have
rolling
stayed on the
around.
ground.
I know, but
Yeah,
if he had
yeah,
rolled
yeah,
around,
yeah,
if he had
yeah,
rolled
yeah.
around and he was in pain, if he was rolling around and pretended to be in
We
pain,
all
it
know
would have been
this.
taken more. The Chelsea
No.
players would have been more around the ref.
Forget
We all know
VAR.
this.
Forget
Mike
VAR.
is a Spurs fan. Allow it, man.
Forget VAR. We
all
saw
I'm saying is,
Taylor
One at a
looking
time,
straight
guys.
at
One
it.
at a time.
We saw Taylor looking straight at that incident.
We
He didn't call
accusing
anything.
Cucurella for not rolling around, man.
It
No, I'm
doesn't
just
matter.
saying he could have.
Cucurella
If he
got
had
up.
of it, probably it would have
He
been better than
he-
getting up straight away. That's the point I'm making.
No, VAR
Anthony
would have
Taylor was
still
right there. He
ignored
saw
it.
it.
Okay, hold on a second. New kid on the block. What's the purpose of him would the roll around make? What do you?
No, because
think
what
that-
happened is he pulled his hair
No.
and he got up straight away. So the point is,
Can
if
I
he rolls
finish my
around
question so you
and
can
gets,
answer?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, what's the purpose of Cucurella rolling around longer would have made? What's the purpose for that rolling around?
To make it look like he was in pain. So it wasn't.
Oh.
So they couldn't have been a thing of it wasn't hard. He only he never pulled it hard or anything. He went down easy. If he'd have rolled around,
What you're saying
of course.
is,
I'm not saying it would have helped. But
rolling
I'm saying
around would have
it's a.
increased chances VR to. Look
I'm saying I personally would prefer if my player rolls around a bit there. That's all I'm saying because it brings more attention. He got up straight away. He didn't look like he was hurt.
There
are no circumstances where you
Wait,
can yank
Cicada,
hair.
what would the difference be if he did that? What would the difference be?
Because he didn't like. It's like when
Would it have
players go
changed
down,
the
they do it
VAR
for a
call
reason.
or
Well,
anything?
no.
Probably not. Obviously, because it looked like it was fully corrupt. But I'm saying, I would want my
Exactly.
players
It's
usually
corrupt,
to go
it's
down
corrupt, that's it.
and roll around
No,
a bit
but, like, if it doesn't
to
make a
look like they're in
difference-
pain.
If it
No,
doesn't
obviously
make a
we know.
difference,
In
then-
hindsight, we know.
No, but
in
if
hindsight,
it
we know
doesn't
it don't make a
then what's the point?
No. Hold on. I'm gonna back him slightly. Do you not think by a player rolling around, do you not think it forces the ref on the pitch to like see that there's an
No.
injury?
Normally, what that
went to
does.
VAR.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Hold on. No, you missed the
That's
point.
the
'Cause
whole
I didn't mention VAR. I'm talking about the ref on the pitch because it's only if the player's rolling around, it's like okay, cool, something has happened here, and therefore a decision is forced to. Because I'll be honest, when I first saw
Yeah,
it,
something has happened. I haven't seen it. VAR goes and sees it.
No, but I'm not. Cause I'm with VAR.
You guys are right if the VAR didn't pick it up.
No.
Exactly.
Your point is right, isn't it?
100% if VAR did not look at it.
No.
Yeah, but VAR did look at it, and Anthony Taylor's right there.
Hold on. Let me just say this, and I'll stop. Here's my thing. I believe there's a dynamic
Don't lie,
between
you
the
will
ref
never stop.
and VAR. So I'm like, I think because when I first saw when it first happened, I didn't even see it, and I'm pretty maybe the ref didn't see either, and even that is fucking criminal. But if he didn't see it and there's no theatrics that are being made, it makes it easier for VAR to pass it over like nothing has happened.
Exactly.
Especially when we know that there is a clear agenda. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, rolling around doesn't make this any more or less blatant.
No. You're doing it again. You're talking about
It's
the
like-
fact that the hands. I'm talking about.
Do you know it's like a headbutt? You know when someone leans his head in. If you don't go down, the referee might not give anything. He'll just say you're leaning. But if you play along
Look,
with it
the
and go
point
down,
of
the referee will give a red.
the point of rolling around
Or
is to make
VAR.
sure that the foul was seen by referee or VAR.
No,
which it was accomplished without rolling around.
Yeah, so there's no need for the rolling.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. Let's be Team Averna.
Guyan
Let's
says,
move
big up Guyan with the super chat saying, I totally agree with Alex. This reminds me of when Lampard was sacked and some of our fans wanted us to fail to feel vindicated. Rory, he has an agenda. Yeah, he does definitely have
that
an
boy
agenda.
can kick rocks, man.
That's facts. But I appreciate the donation as well. It's a shame about the fucking referee because that was a good performance from us. And we should be here celebrating a good win from Chelsea. We'll all actually be in a good mood for once. But here we are vexed over.
I'm still
fucking
happy
referee.
about performance. I don't care. Even if my agenda guy decided to do Ronaldinho shit in the box. Even if it's what's his name? Kai Havertz missed a semi-easy shot for him. Another thing is Kai Havertz wasn't missed the first chance. It was saved. There was a really good shot from his weaker foot, and the thing was going in. No matter based on the trajectory, it looks like it was going in. For me, it's really good, and I want to address somebody said that I don't know. I think it's Moyes, the ones that said it. I don't want to hear about anything but Jorginho. The pace was there and all that. I'm not gonna say based on yesterday performance, but because of some of the things that yesterday, I'm not blaming Jorginho for it. But when the pace of the game is going in a favor, it is because Jorginho is the instrumental of that pace increased in the game. He's the one that decides the tempo. Nobody else on a field decides the tempo. Do you see what I'm saying?
I disagree.
So you're the one that said it, right? Okay.
No, I disagree.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. What position of the field is actually responsible for the tempo of the game, please?
Definitely Jorginho's position. Well, I feel like you can't just say it's Jorginho himself. I feel like Conte was very, very, very instrumental in our tempo yesterday. So I don't know.
Yeah, he got the pre-assist for the second goal. Would have got the pre-assist for Havertz.
Yeah, like he was everywhere. He was everywhere.
He was, but most of the balls to Conte wasn't coming from Jorginho.
I'm not saying Jorginho played bad. I'm just saying that
I'm not saying Jorginho played bad either. I think you're missing again the point. Tempo of Chelsea's games in the present, in the future, in the previous games was all decided by Jorginho, nobody else. Because you know how you can actually tell? Because when Conte gets the ball, Conte gets rid of the ball quicker than Jorginho. You know why? Because he's not confident on the ball like Jorginho is. So by default, Conte cannot be the reason, because otherwise it's going to be only other person, which is actually dictates the tempo. I agree with you. Jorginho was good. First 5 minutes, actually, a couple of passes was actually weird. He missed pass that almost got us down to 1 goal and 1 point. Remember that pass in the first 5 minutes? So, but he fixed his problem, got up, start to play safer. Then he got his passes, like high risk passes, really, really good. So I'm not blaming Jorginho for that. There's no blame for whatsoever for yesterday's game. You're allowed to make some couple of mistakes, not like Jorginho did, but you're allowed to make mistakes during the game if you're fixing them later. That's one thing. Yesterday's game was only, and I just said, I don't care what you said, we should have finished it. And this is why I tweeted yesterday. Any Chelsea fans, like Prime, went on terrace and said, "Oh, I'm not gonna be just like a regular Chelsea fans and blame referee for this game. I'm gonna be treated different. Like I'm a different kind of fan. I'm like really smart fan." That bold motherfucking head of his saying that like, "Oh, I'm gonna be complaining about how many chances we didn't put the ball in the net."
Fucking hell, man.
That's what kind of thing. And I said it and I said it again. I don't care what you think about yesterday, how we played, how we finished. We did what we're supposed to do. As far as I know, it was still 2-0 if it wasn't for bald-headed Anthony Taylor.
Yeah, I agree with the way.
Can we just lynch all bald people?
Because Boli, earlier you were talking, the way you were talking almost resembles as if we created 20 chances and we only
Which we did not.
But
Which
yeah,
we
but I
didn't.
thought, yeah, you're right. But I thought we'd never had a chance creation
I think-
problem.
Well,
I we never had a chance creation problem.
No, and no, keep going. No, you're cooking. Keep going. Keep going. Like,
And that's what I was told. I said we never had a chance creation problem, and we created enough chance. So
I've
that's
always
my
been
premise.
a person who said we need to create more chances, but against
No.
a team like Tottenham,
We
that
played
sits so
great
deep,
yesterday. We played
we
excellent.
created enough
yesterday.
chances and we scored enough goals. Honestly, that's how I feel.
So okay,
You aren't
this is my
gonna
thing.
get-
This is my
You're
thing.
not going to get
Okay,
20
let me
chances
answer.
against Tottenham. You're not going to get
Okay, let me
20
write.
chances.
Okay, let me answer, please.
I'll
Let me
finish after him.
Okay, this is my premise,
Oh, you
right?
want to go again, Alex? Oh, okay.
Please, let me answer.
Yeah.
Do a scope. Let me answer. This is my premise, right? I'm having this anxiety from last season, where we led 8 times and we drew 8 times. We lead by 1 goal margin, and the team comes 88 or 90 minutes, and they equalize. That's my anxiety. That's what I'm saying.
Keep
We
going.
should
That's
have
cooking.
Nah, bro. But
we should have taken them apart. They were dead.
I
this
get what
has
you're
nothing
saying.
to do
but
with
maybe
us.
don't-
That's why we want a
referee-
striker. That's why we're looking for a striker.
I'm gonna say if this is how you see the game, Manchester City, based on the chances they create and all that, they should win in a game by 20-0 all the time.
No.
No, but they
I'm
finished
not
their
talking about
teams in
I'm
the
talking about
first
us.
half.
I'm talking about
They-
us. Last
finished their teams
year,
in the first
8
half.
times we led by a goal, and the other team equalized.
We had
That's
2 goals against
it's
Wolves, by the way.
PTSD. It's PTSD. Even the
We had
Everton
2
game,
goals
I
against
was
Wolves, by the way.
I was
So
seeing the
as
same thing.
again, the paranoia. If you have paranoia shit, it's on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, thank you. It's
You're welcome.
the
But
PTSD.
Bolly, we got a new defense though.
Okay.
Bully, I
So,
get
it's
that.
not about the
so you
defense,
can't
declared,
use.
declared.
No,
It's not about the
declared.
defense. No.
Last season, our
Hold on,
defense
can I
was
go?
too
Can I go?
good.
Can I go?
Our
No,
defense
hold
was
on. Let me
good
say
last
this, and
season.
then you can go, Dusko. Boli,
Ah,
okay.
you're saying that, and you're completely ignoring the fact that the referee actually.
No, I'm not ignoring that
Like
fact. No.
those games last season where you're paranoid about, with the referee rob us too.
No.
Yeah, that was the ref the reason we draw the game or the Chelsea.
No. I agree with you guys. The ref messed up the game.
So shut up then.
The
But
ref-
why you
Exactly. So
saying
then
this
what's
kind
the
of
point
game?
of saying
But still, we should. They were there. They were there for the taking,
can't
guys.
lie.
Oh my
but
god.
this is a
This one
different
goal margin.
circumstance?
They
Like,
were
how
there
you
for the
bring
taking.
And now,
to the cleaners.
and now Fatur is quiet, not saying move on. And now
This-
Fatur is
Okay,
quiet.
No.
wait.
Here's my thing. In
Well,
that
we're
first
just
half,
going
Come
round
on,
in
Fatah,
circles.
say move
We
on.
should have killed them. Like, well, we would have killed them if we had a competent
No.
referee.
No. Oh, hold on. Okay, Ali,
Or
okay,
if we had
Lewis,
Neymar.
No. Hold on, Lewis.
Hey.
No matter how well you believe we played, there are still things to look. We did not play perfect. Yeah, that's a big misconception about the way we played. People are gonna shit all
Well,
the
we
blame
know
over
we're
to the
not
ref.
Manchester City.
No one said
So
we
can we
played.
not talk
Nah.
about the things that need to change? Because I personally, I got a whole fuck ton of them. Like, are we actually genuinely just gonna blame the ref for every single thing that went on in that match for an hour? Because that's what we're
No,
gonna do.
but
We
we
can
can
do
Well,
look at
that.
for an
game.
hour, we dominated.
We can
How
look
is
at
he
the
possible?
change.
Okay,
No.
no. Scope. In fact, go on. What are the points you want to address? We'll actually go into this.
Okay, cool. I wanted to talk, the one thing I want to talk about is specifically the first half. it was literally the same thing that I've been complaining about for literally months and months on end. It's a whole lot of what's it called? Defense, build up, midfield pushes out wide. Reece James, bomb up the pitch, wait for the overlap, then cross it in again. And we did that time and time again. And personally, because we scored a goal from a corner, great, it's all well and good, great volley, good what's called work on the training field. But ultimately, the main criticism I've always had is a revenue, a stream of created chances. And I just saw a whole lot of one type of chance being created, and it was getting defended for the last part like, every single time. And so when we talk about we dominated. Yes, we did possession-wise, but if you look,
and we created clear cut.
Also, wait.
Many clear cut chances.
Like I think the clear cut chances actually came in like more like in the second half. But like either way, I just believe that like especially like in the early part of the game, it was just a whole lot of crossing and just not.
Yeah, I think the Roscope's stream must have lagged.
Sterling had a shot from 8 yards out. Sterling missed a chance. Mount missed a chance. Sterling missed a chance.
It was most of them in the first half. I don't know what the guy is lying about.
But either way, all I'm saying is like when we're creating chances the same way over and over again, it's not and it's being defended. We need to try something else. And personally, from what I've seen, I don't think we have a revenue to even attempt that.
Here's my thing. I'm following trends, right? I don't have agenda. I'm following trends, right? Look at the first game and the second game. You might say it's early, but this is what I'm seeing, right? The first game and the second game, the way we are trying to get through the game is over reliance on defense. Because no forward has scored yet. No forward has scored yet. Game 1, game 2. Defender scored 2 goals, and the midfielder scored a penalty 1 goal. So we scored 2 short passes and 1 open play goal. That's what I'm saying. We are relying on the defense to get us through the game. When we need our
second
offense,
game of season. And
that's
one
what I said.
assist from the forward.
I preface it. That's what I said.
Well, second game of season.
I said it's only 2 games.
You said you don't have an agenda. You say you don't have an agenda, but you're like on mic streams all the time, agreeing with all of it. Yeah, I know you're, and you definitely have an agenda. Second of all, you have to be able to look each game at
someone's
a time.
been following you.
You have to be able to look each game at a time.
Yeah.
You have to understand the team we played against yesterday. You're not going to create a stream of chances, different kind of chances.
No, I'm not talking about creating chances, by the way. That's not my point. My point
what's
is
your point?
we are over relying on defense. Like the first game, right?
So what is the counter to that?
He's upset because a defense score more goals than a forward.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, my thing is like
that's what you said.
But
do you know? Hold on a second. Do you know how much?
Let me finish. A game like yesterday, when they were there for the taking, I'm thinking our offense should get us out of that game, not over relying on our defense, scoring goals and defending to the last ditch challenges like Everton. You know what I mean?
Look,
that's
I'm
following trends.
I'm a kind of person who's been saying we don't create enough chances. I still believe in that, but I'm able to look at this game and say I'm going to put that thought I have about our team aside because that doesn't apply. You're not going to get those number of chances you guys that we're all asking for our team. It doesn't work like that. You have to look at each game at a time, guys. Why are you?
But we still created many chances.
I
didn't even mention chances, by the way. I didn't mention chances, by the way. I know what you're saying. You're right.
What do you mean?
You said we didn't create any chances other than crosses, other than Reece James. Sterling missed the sitter. Mount missed the sitter.
Guys, one at a time.
That was me. That was Doa's scope. I didn't mention chances.
Yeah, that wasn't him. That was Doa's scope.
What I'm saying is, right, we have an excellent defense, right? Our defense is really good. We have an excellent defense, right? But we are relying too much on our defense to get us.
It's only been 2 games, man. Don't hit the mute button.
Let me ask him a question. Do we rely on our wingbacks as a creative forwards?
Yesterday we saw that. I consider wingbacks as defense. Yesterday we saw that. Yeah.
No, that's your problem. That's your problem. They're part of the attack.
Exactly. Do you think Trent Alexander is the defender or creating force for Liverpool?
Why are we talking about Liverpool? Let's talk about Chelsea. I'm talking about
because I'm trying to explain it to.
Say that again.
Answer a question, please.
Okay, boss. Go ahead.
Exactly. Call him daddy.
no, Bowley. Answer Alex's question.
He didn't hear the question.
Okay, what's the question?
I ask, do you think Trent Alexander is part of defense for Liverpool, or he's part of offense?
He's part of both.
Exactly. What's the creative percentage in Liverpool comes from Trent Alexander?
I don't know the percentage.
Like 80%,
Massive.
bro.
You
Oh,
tell me
what
the
a percentage?
You asked
What a
for a percentage.
percentage? Massive. What a percentage? Oh wow, we're learning a lot here today, boys.
Tell me the percent. You asked for a
I said
percent.
about 80%. It's about 80% of
No,
creativity.
You
no,
said
80%
massive.
is
But
not
anyway,
from.
carry on.
No, that's not true.
Oh, you
80%
just
is not from one player.
Okay.
That's not
I
true,
didn't
no.
say number. Okay, it's about 80% comes from Trent Alexander.
I don't think so. That's over exaggerated.
I mean, you're guessing.
Yeah.
So I
No.
shouldn't have
I
to
feel
take
like
it as anyway.
Robertson doesn't get enough praise, honestly.
No,
Robertson
I'm
doesn't
not
get
saying
enough
this,
praise.
but he's massive. Like,
No,
I
but
actually
okay,
will-
I get your point, but your percentage is not accurate, Alex. I get your point. You were saying he creates a lot of chances. True, but it's not 80%.
Because I didn't ask you for specific.
Is he-
I asked you to.
is he considered
no,
as-
I asked him as a
Like an
guess. What do you
estimation,
think
right?
percentage? I didn't ask
Like
him
an
like
estimate.
exact data.
That's majority.
I asked him about
We can all
what
agree.
do you think as a percentage.
I
You see what
reckon
I'm saying?
70% probably goes down that right hand side with Trent and
I
Salah.
don't know.
There we go.
It
Alright,
doesn't
that's
matter
the
what
point.
percent.
Alright.
Do you
That's what
consider
you
him as
said.
an attacker or
That's what I
defender
was trying
more?
to say.
Which
I
one do you
wasn't saying
consider?
about the exactly percentage. I'm saying in your thing, what's the percentage you think comes from
Anyway,
Trent Alexander?
what's your point anyway?
What's the point? Just
Yeah,
tell me
what's the point? What's the
What's
point?
my point of this? My point is a defense, a wingbacks is the part of creativity. So when they score or assist, it's registered on defense, but it's still in our team. It's not defense. It's offensive creativity
Okay,
from
here's what you,
defense.
Yeah,
Alex, here's
I
what you
agree.
When
listen.
wait, hold
agree.
on. When Loftus-Cheek was playing there, did you count him as a defender if he scored? Which he was really
wait,
in the mix.
Okay, here's my point about
Well,
Loftus
that's
Cheek.
unique, but anyway.
No, here's my point about Loftus Cheek, right? He was good when Tuchel put on this system. He was good, like, but he didn't release the ball yesterday, though. He had.
What do you expect Loftus-Cheek to do then?
Hey, criticizing Rubens,
No,
Hey,
I'll be honest. Ruben played
Hey,
well.
Bolly, you have a great talent
He
for
was
for putting down a
phenomenal
good
yesterday.
game.
Oh
Hey,
my
you have a great talent, Polly, for putting down a good game. For
He had a
players
good-
that played well, we controlled the game. We made enough chances. We pretty much killed the game,
Hold on,
right?
you think we controlled the game for 90 minutes, declared?
Yeah, we controlled the game for majority of the game. I'm not going to give you the percentage because you
I
don't know
asked for
that
a
too.
time period, you
No,
dumbass.
Ruben,
3 p.m. You know, and you're having
We controlled the
drink
game.
alcohol, bruv.
For 90
We
minutes,
made
declared,
we
controlled
made
the game.
Conte change.
Answer
We
the
made
question.
Conte change
For 90
from
minutes, did we
free in the
control
back.
The game.
Yes.
We controlled
That's
the
a
game.
lie. We did not control
In
the
general.
game for 90 minutes.
We controlled the game in
We
general.
controlled the- we
Right? We
controlled the
dominated the
first
game.
half.
They were in the first half. We controlled
Bro,
the game for a lot.
throwing everyone
In the-
forward.
in the first half,
They
but we
were
lost the
shocking
game.
that
We
first
lost.
half.
Yeah, they were shocking, and that's the thing.
There's no
Hold on,
debate. We
hold on.
dominated
No,
in
no,
all
hold on,
There's
games.
only
There's no
times
debate,
there is
guys.
Hold on,
There's no
let me
debate. We
keep it.
dominated the
They
game.
they
There's
had to
only
break
two
from what
times
they
when
know
they
to
did.
throw everyone forward.
Hold on, hold on. So,
There was
in the
only
first
two
half-
times when they actually had it a little bit of spell. It's in the beginning of the second half for about 10 minutes, and at the end of the game. I'll say 80% of the game we actually controlled it, like control.
I believe we controlled the first half head to toe. I agree with you. And for all that control and domination, we only got one goal. Second half,
Well,
I do
that-
not believe we can.
that
It
wasn't
was a
good.
lot more
Hold on a
edgy.
second.
It
Hold on.
was
Did you
a
just
lot-
did
a
you
lot
just
more
say
edgy.
did you just say that we only have control of the first half and scored only one goal in the first half against supposedly potential top rival for the first place this season, title challengers?
Are you being okay? Now you're bringing up agenda. I don't like this is like listen. This
That's
is Tottenham, yeah. This
Bring
is
an
Tottenham.
agenda. I'm
Oh,
asking a
top- yeah.
genuine question.
That's
Do
not a
you
genuine
think-
question. So what do you mean you're bringing top titles for the title? They're not going for the title. They're fucking Tottenham.
Hold
yeah?
on a second.
It's like
Okay,
no
I'll
centre-back.
rephrase it. I'll rephrase it.
Yeah,
If
best
it
do
was
that.
Manchester City and we controlled the game for the first half and we only scored one goal,
That's a
was
whole
that
lot
gonna
of-
be better?
Are you really comparing Man City to Tottenham?
I'm
These are-
comparing
these are-
him.
they've won the
I'm
league 5 times
comparing
last
them in the
season.
top 4 teams, man.
No,
Hey, a lot of people said this Tottenham's going to finish.
Actually, you
can
know
beat
what?
us
You know
and
what?
finish above
no,
us.
No, you know what? Let me even be genuine. If we had that level of domination against Man City in the first half, we probably should be scoring that more goals. To dominate if you're to dominate Man City like that, you have listen. If you have them, it's something that even Lampard said. When you have them, you go for the kill, innit? That's all I'm saying.
All right,
But-
Durascope, in your
Hold on,
simulation, how many goals
hold
were we
on,
meant to score in your
hold on,
simulation?
hold on,
I understand what
I'm
he's
not finished, I'm
saying.
not finished,
I
I'm not
understand what he's saying. But to try to find negativity in yesterday's game,
It's not
You gotta
negativity.
be
It's
a
just
little
analysis.
It's a very
you
high
can't-
standard in a good game.
Hold on. You cannot be 100%
We,
comfortable. But anyway.
I mean, even if I will admit that Jorginho played amazingly yesterday, and me with
And I'm saying
Jorginho,
Havertz played well yesterday.
And
No, but hold on.
Everybody played well, right?
Hold on, hold on.
But you can still be critical.
Hold on, please. I've not tapped a single player. In fact, if you want me to pick up a player, I'll pick up Mason Mount right now. For me, he was moving like a bit of Mason Modric, if you know what I mean. But anyway, regardless, what's it called? All I'm saying is, yeah. All I'm saying is, yeah.
Big up Covenant. Big up Covenant.
All I'm saying is, yeah.
Can you put Josh a comment, please?
In the second half,
I'll save it because I can't lose the super chat. But go on, do a scope.
What I'm saying is that for the second half, yeah, I think when what's it called? When Conte shifted his tactics, we just lacked the control we had in the first half, and that was our detriment. And I think he did change tactics. But anyway, regardless, like when he made the substitutions, when he took off Sessegnon and brought on who did he bring on? Was it Richarlison he brought on? I can't remember. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah,
He changed tactics. Yeah. So it's like. And once he changed his tactics, we lost control of the game, and that was where we started getting pressure on us. And there's two things: if you're going to do the whole share house 1-0 victories, you have to have an element of control. And the thing is, at the time, I agree with the substitution of Jorginho because I was pissed when he didn't kick us in his own box. So we took him off. But after we took him off, we lost. The control just kept on. We just lacked control. And the thing is, we got Tottenham on a transition from a throw-in, and we caught them lacking. So I wouldn't say that's great like chance creation there that led to us scoring that goal. We caught them lacking. That's what I personally believe. But just all in all, we just lacked control. And then just the last thing I'm going to say is, when it comes to defending corners, you have Azpilicueta and you have Cucurella in your box. Two short defenders. Sticky season. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. He changed the tactics.
Zonal marking.
No, hold on. Number one, you said we don't control the game once Jorginho come off. Hold on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was shifting the midfield. He looked fine before Kante went off.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Like you saying he looking fine does not go against my claim that we lost control. And by the way, we did lose control.
We didn't lose control.
We didn't lose any control. It was like a free kick that Reece James gave away.
Reece James was
If anything, after the second goal, Tottenham started going further forward, and we started having more chances and more space in behind. Havertz was starting to cook and
no.
But
I don't think you understand.
They changed from their formation. They played
hold on.
4-3-3 or 4-2-2, whatever it was. It was unfamiliar to them. They played 4 in the back. Conte's never done that.
I don't think you know what I mean when I say control. When I say control, so let me talk. Let me school you on the book of control. Yeah, bruv. You know what? I will even give you. Listen. We had. Hold on. No. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put it this way. We had Tottenham pinned back in their own box, heads down, cheeks up, control. They were not getting out of that position. Yeah. We had complete control over them. Then eventually, what's it called? And then when it came to the foul on Havertz that didn't get given, then they had control, but we were pinned back in our box, and that was what led to us to them creating the chance for them to get the goal. No matter how bullshit it was, that's what led to it. Because we at that moment in time we had lost control. But in that first half, they had nothing. Why? Because they were in they were in doggy position for 45 minutes. They could not get out of that.
So this is my thing. This is my thing.
Wait, one second. So let me 1 second. You're talking about Chelsea never had any control, or we never had control for the whole game.
In the second half, yeah.
So in the second half, so you're saying that so by your definition of control, you're saying Tottenham controlled it.
Okay, I'm not saying we lost.
For those specific minutes, you're saying Tottenham controlled it, right?
Big up, Jesters.
We didn't lose total control, but we lost a lot of control. Let me put it that way.
But you know what the Ruscop's talking about? When they threw everything at us. They're losing, they threw everything, so obviously they're going to be more on the attack. And so we lost control because
they still had to rely on pieces. They still had to rely on set. It was only because Reece James fouled Kane in the corner that they even got that chance to cross it in and get the corner. So without that, and that was even a dodgy decision whether it was a free kick.
So this is the thing though. This is the thing, right? It's unfortunate, but it happens to us a lot, right? Like Tottenham didn't play; they played shit and they got a point, right? But for us, we have to play good to get points.
So
Unfortunately.
the referee has
The referee played a part. I'll give you that. The referee played a part. I'll give you
For
that.
us, needs to be good to win the points. What kind of sentence is that?
I'm just giving you trends from last season till now, right?
Enough for the last season, man.
Enough for the last season, man.
Okay, we gotta forget last season. Okay,
Yes. Especially you, take some medicine to forget last season. If
okay, forget last season. Everybody forget last
have a new start.
Yeah, we can use last season to historic context or as our reference. Put it in your context. But don't look at it.
Here's the thing. I will be on you saying the same thing if we draw the game, but the referee wasn't impact. But it's not about us losing this freaking game. Do you understand that? We did not do nothing to draw the game.
What do
we
you
weren't
mean?
perfect. We weren't perfect.
I'm trying to explain it to you. If we would have drawn the game today, not because those specific things what referee influenced it, but for example, if Jorginho's ball was actually Jorginho's fault, that what he did wasn't offside or anything. That's what I'm saying.
I don't really
if those kind of things will be, then I will be with you on the same page. But referee, not the Tottenham players, referee.
So you blaming everything on the referee?
Yesterday, yes.
Fine, that's fine.
Yes, yeah, I think it's the one game where you can do that.
Yeah, I think ultimately,
I blame the referee, but I think we could have taken the game away from them. I really believe that. We were so dominant, we should have taken the game away from them. That's
maybe you got a case, but I think it only makes sense if we didn't score. Or if we're only 1-0. We scored 2-0, that's comfortable.
No,
it's meant to be comfortable.
It was one goal lead each time.
If only we had a number 9 on our team.
But both those goals shouldn't stand. Even the last one should have stood. Where the hell they get 6 minutes from in injury time? That's crazy as well.
No. When people saying when people saying on the TV tells you, when people tells you on TV, smart people, some of them are saying when 1-0 they need another one to put the game to bed, right? Is that how usually work? So when 2-0, if in your paranoia world 2-0 is not putting the game away, right?
We did not lead 2-0, Alex. I don't know what you're talking about. We did not lead 2-0.
No, I'm trying to analyze. I'm trying to analyze your thinking by saying 2-0. It's not putting game to the bed.
Okay, so
how is 2-0 is not putting game to the bed?
Did I say that?
But we are 2-0. How are we not?
No.
Saying that,
Alex, because some of us here is thinking it's too complacent. We could drop any moment and they score.
Yes, that's it. We're too complacent. That's
I'm here.
All right, cool. Just trying to.
Do you need space? If you need space, I can drop out.
Yeah. If you could, bro, I appreciate that.
All right, man. No worries.
I just got other people. I've got Babelo's trying to get in as well, but I appreciate you jumping on, bro. Bless.
All right, man. Safe.
All right, bro, I sent you a link, so hop in as well, my friend. Cameron says, do you think Mendy not complaining to a ref for the first goal for offside, except affected decision, and Mike Dean not giving a red for the deliberate pulls a joke? No, VAR's job is to see those things while it happens. If they don't notice that when they are in a locked room with 6 big plasma screen TVs, then they're shit at their job.
They looked at the first foul too.
Pablo, will get you in afterwards. What else we got? Todd Miller says Alex Rory has responded. What, did he drop a video? We'll see what he says.
Forget about Laurie, man. That guy. Come on.
Scott, what are you saying, bro?
I can't believe what the fuck I'm hearing, to be completely honest with you.
Do not blame you. Do not blame you.
There is literally, apart from the fact that we should have been more clinical, there is literally nothing else you can criticize about that game. Literally nothing else.
Fine.
Even being clinical, I think, is a bit of a reach. I'll say
the fact that Havertz should have finished his chance, Sterling should have finished his chance, and I think there was one other. There was maybe 3. Apart from
maybe
that,
Loftus-Cheek.
the Mount one that went over the
should
bar
have
as
hit
well.
least target.
Yeah.
For me, Sterling was the worst one.
Well, for me, Loftus-Cheek should have done something on that header as well.
9 yards, face front of the goal, composure, everything, and he shot wide.
Apart from those 3, there is literally nothing about the game you can criticize.
But see, that's the thing.
We played a 9 out of 10 game. Thomas Tuchel coached a perfect game. He had Antonio Conte switching up his formation, something he never does. He never does that. He had him changing up his tactics, not once but twice, because he hadn't got a fucking clue what Tuchel wanted to do. Because Tuchel had him like all over the shop in terms of tactically. Had him going from a back three to a back four, then a back three again with people switching positions left, right, and centre every single time. Tuchel outclassed him, and because the referee, we're sitting here today with 1 point instead of 3.
But
James, specifically James and Koulibaly neutralized Kane and what's his name?
Yeah, I
can't remember. Was that the second water break that they switched the formation? The second water break they had.
No, it was after Richarlison came on. It was Richarlison coming on.
That's why I made a mistake. I thought Richarlison came as a wing back.
Because then they went to a back four, and they were talking about this on commentary. When they went to a back four, it was easier for us to pull their centre backs and their defenders apart, which is then how James got his chance. James got his chance because we switched tactics after making them switch tactics. And I'm hearing people on Twitter blame Tuchel and say he deserves this. Number one, if that's your thing, I tweeted this yesterday. Fuck off out of Chelsea Football Club and go to support Fulham or some man. Hey, fuck off out of here. I don't need this. And to the people online who are tweeting as well, that people trying to blame this on Jorginho and bullshit. Again, fuck off out of Chelsea Football Club. Go support someone else.
Fuck off, Alex.
No, Alex didn't even say nothing.
He's accusing me of the same thing. He said I said Tuchel out, something like that. I didn't say that.
Hey, Green 3101. Fuck off. Hold that, man.
I didn't say you Tuchel out. I didn't say that's why.
You said I'm blaming Tuchel, something like that. I'm not
no.
blaming
Tuchel.
You blaming Chelsea team for not. You blaming. You literally saying that you think that it's Chelsea fault for drawing a game.
I'm saying, right, the dominance we had, we should have taken the game away from
That's
them.
equal to what you're saying. It's Chelsea's
You
problem.
can,
It's
you
Chelsea's
can
fault.
spin it anyhow you want, Alex. I said what I said.
Goalie, you can always say in any performance, "Oh, we could always be better," but we don't need to be better.
Isn't that fair enough?
We did what we needed to win.
It's not fair enough.
And I give you
no. You know what's your comment make? It's actually actually make our performance worthless.
What are you talking
yesterday, and it wasn't.
The thing is, like I said, is there is next to nothing that we could have done yesterday to win. There's next to nothing more we could have done yesterday to win, apart from Havertz score his chance or Stone score his chance. Apart from that, there is nothing more we could have done yesterday to win.
And see, that's the thing. It's rare that teams have 80, 90, 100% conversion rate. That's not expected.
No, that's not going to happen. You're right.
Yeah, and so the number of chances we created, we finished an adequate number of them. 2 goals against this Tottenham side. They were stubborn to break down. But then we conceded 2 because of the referee.
Yeah, this is by far the best game we've seen so far this season, including preseason as well.
I don't think we created enough chances. We create chances usually, but against a team like this, we did well to create those number of chances. And we did well to take the number of chances we created. What more do you want?
I just
want to die on your agenda hill. You can't look at Alex. He's giving credit to Jorginho. Please learn
Everybody's
from that.
giving credit to Jorginho. I don't like Jorginho either, but I gave him
Because
credit.
he played well.
Excellent. He played well. Everybody, listen, we played well. I'm gonna give you that. We played well, but like I said, it is in our DNA. Like last season, we have a 1-goal lead and 8 times we drew.
Do you understand how DNA works?
I didn't pull this from anywhere.
Based on last season,
I didn't pull this from anywhere. I'm just giving
What about
evidence.
the season before?
Yes, okay,
about the same thing. Wait, actually, wait. Declare.
We had a good record of clean sheets. Remember?
Wait. Declare. Let me answer you. It's actually our home form. Last season and the season before last is identical. We won 9 games out of 19.
Nah. When Tuchel came in, remember the clean sheet record?
But still, we won 9 games at home.
In 2004 to 2007, we never lost a game in Stamford Bridge. Why are you not taking that?
What is he talking about?
Yeah, but look, because you cherry picked where teams have equalized and we drew, and ran with it. That's what you've done.
No. But I'm just saying we're following the trends. The trend so far out of 2 games.
I would get your point if we drew yesterday because of mistakes or because of individual errors.
He's not looking.
We conceded because fair enough. You can talk about Jorginho error, but we should have had a foul on Kai Havertz, and then the goal was offside because Richarlison is literally standing in Mendy's way. And the last goal, there should have been a red card and a free kick our way because of a hair pull.
Scott, I said
you can't there's nothing about it you can legislate for. You can't say, oh, we should defend better in that situation. Like, fair enough, Jorginho probably should clear the ball away, but apart from that, like, You can't legislate for what happens. You physically
even
can't legislate
even
for
if
what
we
happens.
even if we entertain your idea, Bolly, right? And you're saying, well, this is our problem. What do we do? And we get new defenders, yeah? Well, we already got some new defenders in. So what else would you reckon we do?
Our defenders are excellent. I said that, declared. But Scott,
Yeah, so like I mean, to if this was a real issue and it was meant to be addressed, I saw it. Why does this happen? Right? Why do we equalize? What's the problem? How do we rectify it? Are you gonna say we need a new defense?
No.
What else do we need new?
Let me answer you, because we normally don't put teams away. It's our offense that's failing us. Defense is excellent.
Well, it's 2 games in. This is very new. This team's very like we've changed a lot in this team, and there's probably some more players coming in. It's going to look quite different, right?
If going forward,
and let the season play out, and then you can come back and start saying these trends.
Okay.
But 2 games in, right? You just and last week didn't happen. This week, from one game, you're just saying, well, we did this trend last season, but not the season before, only last season, and you cherry picked it and linked it to one game.
No.
And now we'll be talking about it for ages. Of course, we could have finished some chances.
Declared. If
we could have. You're right. We could have finished some chances, but you got to understand this was a great game. We controlled it. We scored most of it. We scored a good proportion of our chances. Yeah, we don't have mad converters, right? But I don't know how you're stuck on this point and think that we need to. We had to score 3-4 goals in this game, right? Because of the chances we got.
It would have been nice, but like
it would have been nice.
But
I hope it happens every game. But it does. You guys have seen enough football to know that doesn't happen. But we should have won this game. The ref gave them so much opportunity and chances. We're talking about not one yellow card for them after how many fouls, right? They could have got 2 red like that. So I watched that again. He got his leg and went right through it. That's almost a red card as well. And to not get nothing, and the ref is the talking point, clearly, because I don't know how to try to criticize this performance is insane, right? The ref is their man of the match. There is no one who's Tottenham's man of the match. It's Anthony Taylor, easy, or Mike Dean, whoever you want.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can now.
Honestly, I think it's mostly the VAR. Like, I'm mad at Anthony Taylor, but like the VAR is kind of stupid because that's why you're there. Like, that's the reason why we have VAR. Mm-hmm. So if you go check that, and it's not even like Romero was just holding his hair. He pulled him down. Like, how do you not say that's even a foul to stop the next corner being taken, like giving us, you got to give us a free kick after that. So I mean,
VAR reviewed.
Someone mentioned this on Twitter last night, I think, or somewhere. That whole thing with the last foul is stupid in 2 ways. Number one, either Anthony Taylor's fully seen that, has told VAR that something's gone on, and VAR fully looked at that and gone, no, that's all right, which is stupid in its own right. Or number 2, and this is worse, is Anthony Taylor is standing right in front of it and has fully missed that, has not seen it, and then VAR have gone, oh, there might be something there, let's look at it.
Lewis, can we look the crazy thing about it is that
it's
you know what, Scott? Someone said that they were looking for a penalty for Tottenham, not the hair pull.
They thought that that's what they're looking for, but it wasn't.
There's incompetence somewhere, whether it's from Mike Dean or from Anthony Taylor. There's incompetence somewhere in that whole thing.
Why is this? Why is he why is he in charge of how many important games, man?
No, what is he looking at?
There is actually all the referee explaining. He's saying that this picture exactly. He thinks that the bold fraud is looking after the foul. You see, he's saying that this is the end of the pool, so that's what he saw. You see what I'm saying? Because he was looking at the ball before, so that's what he said. But it still doesn't excuse. If Anthony Taylor did not see, VAR should look at it and tell him. But it doesn't matter which end you look at it. If he sees and he ignore it and told VAR, don't look at it, I saw it, nothing there. Or VAR.
Let me add though that VAR is not VAR. Hold up. VAR is not allowed to review whether it's a foul or not. It's
only a red card. Yeah,
it does. It's a violent conduct. They do.
No, that's what I agree with
On
you.
the rules of law,
People
yes.
who are talking about why didn't they call a foul, they're not allowed to review that. They have to review it if they
This
think
one,
it
one
led
was
to
a
a
red
goal.
card review.
It's a red
This
card.
Cucurella
But
thing
this
was
is a
only
red
a red
card.
card.
And
Yeah.
the fact that they can't even call that, to me, I don't understand it.
And
Go
like,
ahead.
I know
pulling
we
the
talk
hair-
about those rules are dumb. Why can't they just look at everything?
Yeah, you're
By
right.
the way,
It's dumb.
there's another rule that actually supposed to be implemented this season, which Terry said yesterday. I don't know how true it is, but there's actual video when Anthony Taylor on the thing when they're talking about that specific issue on what's the name on the earpiece, you can see they talking. The Terry said that this season is supposed to be let those conversation show after the game. Like for example, you know what I'm saying? It
That
should
they're being
be
recorded. They're being recorded.
Yeah.
well. I know they always record it. What I'm saying is they're supposed to
Broadcast it. Let's hear it.
not broadcast at the stadium, but be public.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You don't-
Release them afterwards.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah,
how
yeah,
true it is, but Terry, like I think if somebody can help me out with this and look at it because how it were true. But
No,
this
you're
is
right, Alex.
supposable.
Because we done it here in Australia, and you guys were using that example in some of the news shows
Can we
I
just-
saw.
That's right. You guys have been
Can we
doing that.
move on? Can we just talk about how well we played? I'm sick of,
Nah, no one likes that stuff,
Well,
Andrew.
no,
You know that.
Oli doesn't
Andrew,
wanna
if
talk about
if
that.
we're gonna we're gonna not finish and finish the game. We didn't finish. The
All he's
game,
gonna say
remember?
Ruben didn't play well enough, and he missed
That's
passes.
true.
Yeah.
Hey,
By the way,
look,
Ruben
look,
was
about the
Rubens
Ruben
was
thing,
really good
about
on
the
the
Can I
right
just say
wing
as well?
back.
Wait, let me say something about the Ruben thing. On the Ruben thing, on the wing back. I understand what whatever dude is saying. He's not well. On my opinion, Ruben was great, right? But at some point in the first half, he was kind of hesitant to make that first time cross to Sterling.
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's all I said.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
he
all
grew a lot more in the
all I
second
said,
half.
guys.
He became more
Exactly.
confident.
So
And
no one
everybody's
is
jumping on me.
I understand what you. I
all I
understand
said.
what you're saying, but you know what most impressed me about that? We did not lose the possession of the ball most of the time on the wing back transition. You know, when we getting out of
That's
the
great.
You're
back,
actually stronger on the right.
Yeah,
and he will no, he shielded the ball so well, and was if it was James, those balls sometimes will not go forward even more. Because I understand what you're saying that his passes in the final four is not as good. I understand that.
Oh, now you're
But
agreeing.
Ruben is the reason. Ruben is the reason we get so many chances on that right side. It's because of Ruben. He was the one that actually shielded the ball on the line and made the pass forward go.
Well, question though, why are we complaining that he didn't cross?
Not even that his passes were not good. It's just that he did not. He hesitated. Like
He did
you know, when
release-
Sterling,
yeah. He does that
just
in the
when
middle too,
Sterling,
though.
Like, but when Sterling was making that first, you got to do that first time pass. So that's
He did release
I
it.
mean, that's the only
100%.
flaw.
That's
the
all
only
I
flaw
said,
saw
and
from
everybody
him.
was jumping on me.
But
That's all I
except for
said. He
Ruben,
didn't
No,
release the ball.
you're paranoid, so
That's
nobody's
all I
listening to
said.
you.
And everybody was
but
jumping on me.
Let me just say
He had a
one thing
good game.
again.
Fine. He didn't release the ball. Go ahead.
Even about
No,
even
Bali,
about
I think
what's-
it's the way you said it.
Okay, even about the way Scope
Yeah,
said
that's
it.
a you problem, not him problem.
When he said it from the what he said about the trend from last year, and honestly, you can't even use this game to say that because this game was this was the best game I've seen in a while. Just the passing, the quick passing, and everything. I was enjoying the game. I was enjoying Chelsea playing. But the only kind of thing I'll say is the fact that I just feel like front line three guys feel more as like midfielders than guys like strikers. I don't know. It's like there's still one person missing in there to just end the chance. That's all I see. But that's all I see. But at the end of the day, we played well. I mean, I get you. It was just a typical Chelsea game. This is how we play. We're not Liverpool. We're not Man City. We're not going to just have a 20-goal scorer on our team. It's not just what we're going to do. So the goals are going to come from everywhere. But
here's the thing about that. By removing somebody that actually what we have right now, and if we will put like a striker, you know that the chances that we already create will decrease.
No, but that's the only switch information. But I don't want to talk about that now because whatever. But when you have three in the midfield, if you just add one more midfielder and take off one more defensive minded, which really isn't so defensive, but kind of bring in one more midfielder in the front.
Yeah, but that's my point. You're saying that final piece that we're missing that puts the ball into the net to fix that specific problem. You need 2 or 3 additional changes into the team.
Oh, it's good. Or you need to find someone like putting a player like a Ronaldo or Aubameyang has that issue. You need to find someone who's equally as good on the ball and off the ball as Havertz was yesterday,
Yeah.
but can then finish better than he
Yeah.
can. And that's why I always say, for me, Ronaldo and Aubameyang isn't the answer in this team because they're not. Then yesterday, I promise neither of you are doing anything of what Mount, Sterling, or Havertz were doing on or off the ball yesterday.
Bro,
they're not
well,
adding to that.
Is that guy
You need
Anthony
to-
Gordon?
do you guys feel?
Scott, is that guy
Do
Anthony
you guys
Gordon?
feel that Broja would have
No,
scored that
it's
goal
not.
Havertz missed yesterday?
I thought
I feel
Broja
like-
could have done what Havertz did yesterday.
Broja could have
Yes,
done better,
me
but would
too.
Broja make
Maybe.
all this movement like
No,
Kai Havertz
again,
did?
Bro, I'm
Broja
tired
has
of
his own
movement, bro.
Broja has his
Tired
own
of that.
problems in terms of his link-up play isn't great.
Exactly.
Broja needs to improve link-up play.
I'm not gonna lie though. Do we want Kai moving the way he does off the
Yes.
ball?
Look,
I
look,
think
It
like-
only, it only works against certain opposition.
let me say something.
It works
right?
against
I-
every
it's supposed to
opposition,
work
man.
against
That's
The defense
But
can't
this is-
handle it.
and this is
They're not going to
really like-
overload on one side.
When he moves, my biggest issue with Havertz is half the time he just stands there and does nothing.
Like last week.
Yeah.
No. Okay,
the same
look,
thing we
one
cost
thing-
Lukaku for. We saw the
Yeah.
movement
Havertz-
now, and it's like, this is what I want to see. I was saying,
Yeah.
this is what a bad Havertz performance should be. The game we saw yesterday. But we're saying it's a good one. Because also the bar's just low.
It was okay. So we're like, look, with Havertz, I just feel like, so yesterday he was kind of playing the right cam position, while what's his name, Sterling was from the middle and Mount was on the left cam. But there's some times where Sterling vacates that middle spot. That's when Havertz gotta know that
He doesn't go in there.
You know, go in the middle,
Havertz
bro.
doesn't get
That's
in
your,
there.
that's you to go in there so that you will see, because you're the best guy with the head, on our team. So
I thank you.
that's the type of movement he should be making. Like when
Havertz plays
Sterling
it like
vacates
he
that
knows
spot,
And that's the thing.
you
In
go
the first
there.
20 minutes,
But-
in the first 20 minutes when we were crossing the ball non-stop on repeat, Havertz was just not there, and we kept on doing it, and he just would not go there. And that was why I think partially I was blaming the fact that we were just spamming crosses and no one was going to it. But also, it's literally that's another thing that Havertz should have done. But also, I think like what's it called? The way they were set up, I think like Tuchel wanted Sterling in the middle, so I guess it could be to one or the other.
No, but like, look, Sterling was playing the pure false nine. It wasn't even Havertz type false nine.
I think he's so.
What's up?
That Surf was having a headache. Go on, Surf.
Sterling was playing pure false nine, so he was vacating that spot to combine with other players. So the starting position of Sterling really did not matter as much because Sterling did vacate that spot to go to the wing, and that's when Havertz interchanged. Then like what he just you got to move better, and you got to understand that you're still there to score goals for Havertz too. But I mean, regardless of that, I felt like it was a great game. I was enjoying the football until Anthony Taylor, robbery, and like the I didn't even see the offside of Richarlison. Richarlison. It was the foul. I was like, I'm sorry, that's a tactical foul.
No, but here's
Right
the thing.
there.
Here's the thing. The foul was 44 seconds before the goal was scored, and VAR can't go back that far.
Why not? They did so
Why
longer
not?
last season.
Yeah, that's last season. It's not this season.
No, they changed the rule on that.
Yes, they did. They changed the rules.
And you know that for fact? And you know that for a fact?
Yes, I know that for a fact. Well, how far?
Are you talking about the last goal?
Yes,
No,
bro.
No.
Right, they stopped the corner to go look on VAR before that corner was
Stop playing Final
taken.
Fantasy. Listen to what I'm saying. The first goal, 44 seconds before the goal was scored, they cannot go back that far. That was why they didn't call it back.
So what is
They
the time?
checked it, you goose, bro. I don't know how you're gonna
Are
make
you
insults.
dumb? Are
They
you actually
checked it.
retarded?
Every
Are you
goal,
actually
they checked it right
They
after.
can't go
There's
back
nothing
that
about.
far. You
Well, hold on,
fucking dumbass.
Joseph.
They cannot
How?
go
What is
back
the
that
limit then?
far.
But hey, remember when the match ended for Man United and they brought everyone back on to play again? They didn't change no rules, you goose. You just made it up in your simulation.
Shut up. It's funny.
You're here to tell people. Hey, why are you telling people lies for and
I
stuff?
love how when it suits you, both Declared and Alex, you want to talk about, let's not talk about last season, let's talk about last season. When I bring up the fact that the rules have changed, but last season they did it. Yeah, nigga, the rules changed, you dumbass.
What's the rule?
What is the rule now? What's the limit?
What's the rule? Tell us.
What's the rule? They stopped it. Listen, what's the name? Dermot Gallagher. I went on to and literally just said it. They don't. 44 seconds. You cannot go back that far.
How far can you go back?
Tell us the
I don't
time
know. I don't know what the time. But here's the thing.
Well, they didn't change the rule. It's a grey area on how far they want to go back.
The only thing I'll say,
I didn't even know there was a ruling on that.
There's not a rule. The script just made it up.
Look, there was a rule if the flow of No.
I was going to
If,
say,
for example,
if
this stopped, if
the stoppage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For example, if they got the possession based on the fall and it was keep continue all the way to the goal, that should be looked. If the ball changed possession at any moment, they cannot look backwards.
It's also to do with phases of attack.
Phases, yes. But that was the same phase.
Then it
went through. We had possession and then we lost.
I was going to say it's because I think
that.
it's because we
That's what I was
regained
gonna say.
possession and then lost it from Jorginho, and then there was a different phase of
Yeah,
attack.
that's the way.
Phase
Yeah.
of play.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
That
what I
makes
was saying.
sense.
That's
what
why
I'm
I
about to
don't
say.
think that. But that was not actual thing. The thing is, offside in a plain view of Mendy. That's it.
Yeah. The foul, there's nothing you can do, even though it was a foul. It's the offside that should have been called.
Yeah,
I didn't even
that's
see the offside
offside.
until,
Nobody's
like,
talking.
after.
I never talked about thing. It
Wait,
should be
Babala, are you
foul,
saying that-
but it's not what should be reversed.
Babala, are you
It's just
saying that's not
it's just
offside?
accumulated. That's why it's brought up
Yeah.
because that shouldn't have been a foul, and that should have been offside, and none of them were given. And it's just a series
but
of errors.
The offside definitely. I mean, look, you gotta go look at that goal, man. How if it was
They
offside,
looked at it.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
What's up?
I just think.
Go ahead.
Okay, no, go. You go.
Okay, the thing that annoys me is just the fact that they still not sending the referees to the monitor. Like, go look at the. You're feeling the flow of the game in person. I don't care about someone that's 30 miles away looking at the game on the computer to dictate what is going on in the game. If you feel like it's something, it takes 2 seconds to run to the monitor, look at it, and decide. There's no way you're not. That thing still makes me mad to today. It's
But
such
you know
a
what it
fucking
is?
video.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? In this country, there's this culture of just letting things go. The whole phrase of just get on with it, just keep on, and that's that's why I feel like if you, and that's why I was talking about like the players making much more of a scene and the theatrics, because guess what? That's what Liverpool does, and it's like, and that's why they get some of these advantages from the referees. I think us being like trying to be too honest, I don't know. It's probably what's going to be our downfall. But like, all I'm saying, and this is the thing that I got.
That's why I love
You
how
could
Tuchel
do
came out.
anything theatrics to make
that's why I love
VAR
what-
change.
No.
your mind.
Here's the thing. So you know that there's this stigma about Anfield. You go to Anfield and the refs under pressure. That everything, the cops screaming, making noise, and the players are getting in the ref's face, like Robertson. Yeah, all of those things, and that actually leads to them they get advantage off of that. As annoying as it may be, they cause the breaks in play. Where I think if we're being too honest and we let it go on for too long, the ref can be like, I don't think they saw that one.
I understand what you're saying, but that thing only works until VAR. You make them look at VAR specific things, which they both did.
No, but here's the thing, and this is what I'm talking about, the dynamic between the ref and the VAR. They both share the whole get on with the culture. That if you don't force a stoppage, they're going to let it go. And I don't know what you're shaking your head.
That's culture, man.
That's
which
literally
is
what
a flaw.
happened.
I mean, at
That's
the end of the
literally
day, like, it's kind of like in a sense.
They're
when you
literally
think about
guys
it, it's
saying
like,
move on culture of UK caused it.
I don't look. I think it's just incompetence and the fact that
that's
they don't
exactly
wanna
what
just,
it is.
They just don't want
It's
to
incompetence.
change in a sense. Like, dude,
I've
this
been saying
VAR
this
has been
for
here for
time,
like
like-
3 years, isn't it? Isn't it 3 years?
I was going to say,
now? Or 2
like,
years?
people complain about VAR. VAR is not a problem. VAR physically can't be an issue.
It's a
because
human
It's
people.
a piece of equipment. It's a piece of equipment. It can't physically be wrong. It's the people using it are incompetent.
It's
They're
still
fucking
same
stupid. They
morons
can't-
that on the field using it.
Yeah, exactly.
As a
Exactly.
theory,
Like you
right.
can't
VAR is
teach, you
working
can't
great.
teach idiots to work something if they're just idiots,
Exactly.
man. It
They
doesn't matter
gotta
how
make
hard you try and fix it. It's always going to be an issue. VAR in this country is
Right.
always going to be an issue until you get new refs in, because people use
They
it. and they're
gotta make
fucking
a-
By the way, I
idiots.
still
that-
didn't see no Rory Jennings any answers or any statements.
Fuck
I didn't
that,
see
bro,
it.
Jimmy. They got to make a rule. They got to make a rule that referees got to go see that monitor.
No,
by
but
themselves.
okay,
They
but
have
look,
to.
that's the thing. A couple of years ago,
Especially
hold
in
on,
the clutch
let me-
moment.
a couple of years ago, like I think like 9-20, when they first introduced VAR, like people were complaining about the stoppages that they was taking too long to make decisions. They were, and everyone can attest to this. They were taking too long to make decisions.
But you have to understand.
It was causing too many breaks in play, and that's why they're often streamline games and not pull up every minor offense, even though some of these were actually major offenses. They don't want to cause breaks in play, and that's the culture I'm talking about.
So
That's
the
reason.
irony of that, the
let
game
me just say
before,
something about
West
that.
Ham's goal
declared
got chalked off.
Declared stop. Go on.
What about the West Ham game that was just
I'm sorry.
earlier?
I'm sorry.
I'm not listening to
Let
you.
me just say something
Oh,
about
okay,
that. Right?
yeah.
But
You change. This is one of your rule changes to the
Shut up, declared.
You
Hey,
idiot.
watch out. So all right. So like
makes up rule change.
when we're talking about like the VAR, you
I
cannot
love that
use
one
kind of use
serious
like
declared.
you cannot use like what two years ago what people were feeling about VAR, because at the end of the day nobody likes change. Nobody wanted the VAR, at first. So when it came in, everyone was just complaining about everything with the VAR. That's you can't really use 2 years ago. Now we're
think you're
used to it.
misunderstanding me.
So
I'm not saying that that's what it should
Because
be.
the
I'm just telling
VAR
you that-
exposed the refs.
I'm
That's why.
just telling you that's what it is. Like
No, I
that's
understand.
why it is the way it is. That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I feel that, but like now we like 2 years, 3 years into it, we should not be having the same mistakes we're having like a year ago. So it should be a law that you, in the clutch time or things that decisive to the game, you go to that monitor. I don't care about you calling somebody 30 miles away to ask him how do you think it went. No, you go see for yourself. There's a replay. Why can't you see the replay? It should be a law in the clutch moment of time or decisive moments. You got to go look at it, and that would just, at least even when the referee makes a bad decision from looking at the video, it will give everybody a rest of mind. Like, okay, let's blame it on the ref, not just somebody that's.
Yeah, but the refs are the same.
Do you know what?
The refs are still the same. The incompetence of the refs are still here. No, I know VAR has been here for a while, and even if he doesn't go to the monitor, which I agree with you, there's a ref looking at it. There's another ref actually looking at it on the monitor. It's not just some random. There's an actual another ref who knows the law of the game.
You have to understand.
You should be advising him.
The game, though. You have to understand the feeling of the game in like the moment when like. There's a difference between watching the game and probably like watching the stadium. There's probably a difference, the atmosphere and everything. You know where the momentum of the game is going. So I feel like the best judgment at that moment in time is the guy on the field. So I mean, I'm not saying the guy that is looking at the VAR is a rando or random ass dude. I'm just saying the fact that it just gives everybody that kind of rest of mind that okay, they did everything they could to look at the goal, not just. Saw 30 minutes away, just looking at the monitor, who is a referee, but not engaging the flow of the game, just watching it how it is. There's no way that I hope Anthony Taylor could have seen that, how Romero pulled his hair down like he's when girls are fighting, that's what it was. You just like you pulled his hair down, and this guy is begging for his life, and you saw that and you said, "Oh no, it was nothing." I'm sorry, that it was just stupid. So. I don't know. You just gotta go look at the monitor.
We need foreign refs. I've said it before. Like these men are just shit. Like every single British ref, they're all terrible.
That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna.
I know it's not gonna.
No one's talking about it. I think it's more corruption in terms of. I think VAR is now there because it was so clear and obvious. You cannot even. There's no debate for that being a red card or not. So for me. I think the whole aim of VAR is to keep the Premier League as a product, to make it as exciting for the spectator as possible.
Exactly.
Don't forget, VAR has been wrong before for Chelsea. So remember Lo Celso on Azpilicueta.
Yeah, and that they apologize. I think they apologize.
But it's every week decisions, and it's too much of a coincidence. Not just Chelsea. There's a lot of VAR dodgy.
And the thing about the hair pulling thing is that
I think it's corrupt. I think they're incompetent.
We're the only team to get an apology from what's it called from VAR.
But how could that possibly be incompetence? How could it possibly
because all of the English
I'm sure I've seen someone being sent off for pulling hair. I can't remember if it was on David Luiz or
there
was
someone.
No, I tell you what it was.
Fellaini, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Manchester Derby.
No,
it
was.
Who did you do it to? Was it?
What you're remembering.
Hoof, Robert Hoof on Fellaini.
Robert Hoof.
Yeah.
All the hair. He got 3 game suspension.
Yeah, what you're remembering.
And that was after the game too.
It was. I would say it was not a red card. It was a post game suspension, which they can't do now because of VAR. Because VAR looked at it, they can't now give those.
Yeah, no, exactly. Okay, but the fact that they looked at it, there's no one on earth. Even Tottenham fans were saying that's a clear red. There's no one that was saying that is not. That is pure to me. That is not even incompetence. That is that can't be incompetence.
If that was Granit Xhaka, he gets a life sentence. If that was Granit Xhaka, life sentence.
Look. Let me say real quick. They did put the statement about that hair pulling, and they saying that it wasn't deemed because of VAR looked at it, and he will not be charged as a violent conduct, red card, whatever, is because the hair pulling, it's not considered as whatever.
And Alex, do you know why I feel like that's so stupid? Because at the end of the day, we gotta understand that was the 90th minute, right? Like 96th minute, and Romero has just been having flare-ups the whole game. He's been a frustrated figure the whole game. So the ref should have known that there was malicious intent doing that. It wasn't just, oh, he's fighting. Romero was doing the same thing with Havertz and everything. So
my point is, since they said that hair pulling is not the red card defense, Chelsea players needs to go, and everybody in the Premier League, all the players, start just pulling the fucking hair down.
Start yanking that shit.
Yeah.
Start yanking the shit. That's it.
For real. It's part of the
Even if it wasn't a red card, is it a yellow card? It should have been a free kick.
No, it's not a foul.
It's
No,
not
it's
a
yellow
foul.
card. Someone did it to Guendouzi before and got a yellow card. I can't remember who it was, but someone did do it to Guendouzi.
Cucurella's gonna get hella hair pulls this season.
Fellaini also pulled Guendouzi's hair. Yeah, yanked that bitch. Like, bruv,
it's not even. It hurts too.
Anyway.
It probably hurts. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
no
you
shit.
hurt him
Of
to
course
do
it
what
hurts.
the fuck?
It's putting your
Exactly.
foul.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how that not violent? You're hurting the dude. What?
That
I want
shit
to
is
just smack
violent,
the shit
man.
out
I
of
can't-
fucking Anthony Taylor. Like, you sound so stupid. Like, you seen everything
Oh, no,
Romero
don't
was
let me
doing, the
catch that boy.
tactical fouls, the fouls on Havertz, everything, trying to go face to face with Havertz every time. And you see what he did again, the same culprit, and you say, he's innocent. That's what you saw it as? Isn't that just stupid? Like, when you just think about it, it's like, what is this dude doing? Are you a real? And the problem about it is that the reason why he keeps officiating this high class games is that the Premier League takes him as a
entertainment
Premier League.
We know it's corrupt.
You know, it's not even legal in NFL, which is even brutal.
Or the UFC. Combat sports, you can't do that shit.
It's
But
because
Scott,
he's considered a top official. He's considered a senior official. But it's nonsense. It is a bunch of nonsense. And I can't lie. Like, I'm not saying I want this to happen. Absolutely not. But there will come a time when violence will happen because of this. Because this is like, we have had, as Chelsea fans, there's been too much of this. There will come a point when someone is stupid enough, and again, I do not want this to happen. There will come a point where someone is stupid enough to do something about this.
If somebody
And I don't want it to
punches
get to
up
that point, but
Anthony-
it's going to
if
get to
somebody
that point.
punches up Anthony Taylor, don't do this. But if somebody does it, I'm not going to be mad. That's what I'm saying. Somebody punch this dickhead
If I
up.
was
and
in
give-
England,
make
I
him lose teeth.
will punch him.
That
I'll
like,
punch
I'll,
the fucking lights out
don't
of
let
him.
me catch that boy. Don't let me catch
But
that boy.
but Scott, you were saying before about Havertz, yeah, about Aubameyang, and I kind of agree that when you were saying that if Aubameyang comes in, he's not giving a team what Havertz will give. He'll be the finisher, but he won't give. He won't be doing what Havertz is doing. No way. But in terms of, say if you were to get a Neymar, for instance, what do you reckon around him you would need to change, or could you just put him straight into that team?
Well, number one, Neymar's not coming to this team.
Neymar's not coming to Chelsea, my dude. Like,
It looks like it looks like he's leaving PSG.
Nah, kill the dream. Kill the dream.
That kid,
Hey, did you guys see that Mbappe clip?
He need to let it go, man. He's gonna let it go.
Those same reports came out last month as well, and he's still there.
Yeah,
so I'm going to wait until he moves. Until he moves, I'm not saying he's going to move. Like, I'm going to wait until he moves.
I'm not saying he's going to move, but do you reckon we would need? We could just put him straight in, or what changes to the team around him would you make?
No, look. If
I think we need to move the stadium to Brazil or something.
If Neymar is able to come to Chelsea, you better bring him over here. I mean, without a doubt, he's going to fit in the team, but he's not coming. Go ahead.
Right, one sec. Before we go any further, just got to go through these super chats. Jonathan, appreciate the donation, saying Havertz fought every second of the game. Still not clinical. Sterling had a similar game to Havertz. Worked hard, but not clinical at the finishes. I agree on that. Both were a bit visible in the first half and turned up more in the second.
If we're having a conversation on that, I'll happily say Sterling was the worst of the front three.
Yeah, he was. He was quite disappointing.
No, Lewis.
But Sterling was one of the best at the first half.
He was the worst of the front three. Bro, you know how I feel about Mount and Havertz. They were better than him. Clearly better than him.
No, Mount was clear of both.
Mason Modric, put some respect on him.
Similar games.
No. I'm not trying to I'm not actually disagreeing, but I think what make him look worse, it's those he did the dirty work. He did the dirty work of the pressing of the center backs on him that make Kai Havertz and Mount more free. You see what I'm saying? He did that dirty work. That's why he was not. That's why he was not at the position like Mount did and Kai Havertz, because they think that Sterling was so much threat that they actually put the play on him all the time. So I think it's unfair to tell that he didn't perform because he did the dirty work for the other two.
He played as a false nine. Who?
No, I'm just reading chat. Sorry, carry on.
Look. He played as a false nine, literally. You know, that's what false nine do.
We don't have a specific player. We have
he's not a guy like that. A false nine should not be scoring, but you won't see him at the position to be scoring every time. You know, so he's creating space for the two left cam and right cam. But Havertz and Sterling were kind of like a front two-ish, while Mount was dropping deeper, you know, and kind of like joining the midfield. All along, it was a good tactic. Look, I gotta give. I mean, Tuchel just outclassed Conte, and you know, I criticize Tuchel. You know, you guys, I don't care about that, but I gotta give him props, especially for last game, the passion and everything he showed. Even his post interviews he made. Dude, it's just like, okay,
that's my manager right there.
Yeah, that just made me say, okay, that's my manager. But sometimes I still criticize him, though. Don't get me wrong, though. But yesterday,
I think
he was flawless.
There's nothing wrong with that. I did think he made a mistake with taking off Jorginho, but other than that, I think that was that he. I think.
No, but I feel like Ruben.
Jorginho was shot. He was.
I feel like Ruben came in and did his thing. You know what I mean? It's not like
Ruben started the game.
There was a drop off or nothing. So, but like the only thing when I look back at the game, it's like I can't see what Tuchel could have done that, you know, changes the game even more.
Well,
you know? Maybe bring on Broja earlier. That's
he
it.
should have. I don't think he adapted to Conte's changes all that well. But
he did. What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's
no. But all I'm saying that just from the control center, because I still stand on the fact that we did not have
the game.
Control. For 90 minutes, you believe we controlled the game for 90 minutes?
Let me
yes, apart from
the majority of the game.
Can I just say, all this talk about control, by the way, for all this control supposedly that Tottenham had, what chance they had? They had Kane's one that he put wide, and they had the 2 goals. Apart from that, what chances did they have?
It's not even.
Hold on. I just have one question, Scott. What do you define as like control? Just real quick.
As in dominated the game. As in we were clearly the better team.
Okay, no.
As in we clearly controlled the game.
That's not okay. When I talk about like the term control, I just mean like limiting how much that Tottenham could even do even if they get the ball.
And we did.
We did.
We did that perfectly. That's literally what we did perfect.
What chances did they get? If we did not control them, why did they not get a million chances?
It's not. No. You're not hearing me. We did control them for the first half, I believe, and for parts in the second half. But I don't think it was. We weren't as dominant and as much control.
Take the L, man. It's a weird agenda.
Hold on. Please. Let me just. Hold on. I don't think we had as much control as we did in the first half. In the second half, that's all I'm saying. The amount of control we had diminished slightly. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Just to respond to that, like, right. First of all, you got to understand we actually playing a good team, you know. So and a good manager in a sense. Like those are the people they came to play too. So you're not going to control.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I agree.
The guy is saying like, oh, we control the game, but in the minute 38 and 45 seconds. Like we had the ball for 15 seconds, so you can't say that we had the control of the game.
No.
15 seconds, we had control.
Okay, if you want to give me a percent, I'll say we had control for about 65% of the game, 70% of the game, or actually 80% of the game. Let's put it that way. But
that's all you need.
Hold on. But here's my thing.
Did you say 80%?
You know, either way, in fact, the percentage don't even matter. It's just like, here's the thing.
I thought you said that was too much.
Oh, declared, suck my dick. Anyway, all I'm saying is,
Alex said 80% before, and you said that was too much, and now you said, I think I'll go 80 again.
I feel like I'm listening to a double speed waffle session when I listen.
No. All I'm saying is that I think it was highly unlikely that we were gonna go like the whole like we get a 1-0 and we just shit house and and they don't get nothing. I think it's highly unlikely that was gonna happen.
We've done that 7 times.
We literally did that, bro.
In this specific game,
bro, I felt like we're gonna shut them out. I mean, it was looking.
Yeah, it was looking like it was looking like we could have just called a 1-0 lead like that, and they wouldn't have a chance.
Both their goals were against a run of play. Both goals were against a run of play.
There is literally 8% of that will actually happen.
Okay. Keep trying. Anyway, all I'm saying is that after the first half, hold on. After the first half, I did believe we were gonna shut them out. But then I think after the second half, especially after Conte made these changes, it was looking
like he's a class manager.
Exactly.
But then, no. Do you know what's funny then? Then Tuchel changed how we played, because before we were going with a 4 at the back in attack and 5 at the back in defence.
Explain the changes, please. Can you just explain the changes,
already
please?
did.
I explained it.
Yeah, when
earlier.
he came on, he explained
The way that we were playing, the way we were playing was it was a 3 and 5 in terms of defensive midfield on defense, or actually it was more of a 5 and a 2, sorry, or maybe a 3 with Mount dropping in. You had that as the like when we defense. When we were attack, we'd go 4 at the back with Reece dropping to a right back, and we had Ruben pushing up right to the touchline. That's how it was. When we made the change, we were Aspi on at centre back and put Ruben in the middle. All of a sudden, we weren't shifting from a 3 to a 4 all the time. We had Reece tucking in a bit more as an actual proper wing back, and that's how we scored the goal because we were stretching their defense, and they couldn't hack it. Their defense was getting stretched. And that's
what's the real agenda? Because it can't be that we didn't control the game.
But Scott. So what you're talking about in the offensive? I'm just talking about in terms of just overall possession. Because what I'm talking about is like just the control element of it. That's the element that I'm talking about. You're talking about offensively, and I agree. Offensively, it did work out, but I think in terms of just control, I think we just lacked a little bit of that.
You're just making point to make a point. It don't make sense.
He's just
what you say.
He's just speaking. He's just speaking. That's all.
Okay, no, it's fine.
It literally makes zero sense. What is your real agenda? What is it really behind that? Because it can't be that. So what is your real problem?
What have I said that hasn't made sense? What have I said specifically?
That we didn't control the game.
Nobody knows what you said specifically. Dude, you just go on 300 miles an hour.
Yeah, we all have a
You said we didn't control the game. You said we didn't control the game.
No. You're not hearing me. I did say.
Yeah, well, we're not hearing.
I said.
One at a time. One at a time.
What I said. What I actually.
This is what I hear.
What I actually said was.
Can you hear me?
What I actually said was, in the first half, we had total 100% control. In the second half, it dropped a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
To what? 80%?
I don't know. Make up percentage.
Was
I don't know, 99.9 by your scale. Let's go.
Everything at us. They literally threw everything in the fucking kitchen sink at us. That's why we lost a little bit of control.
You know what's funny about the whole thing, the conversation about it? You know how hard it is for Scott to say positive thing about Chelsea lately in recent years. You know how, because I know Scott for about a year now. Do you know how hard it is for him to actually be that much positive about the whole situation?
No. It's not.
Am I right, Scott?
I just don't understand what I'm hearing. I'm hearing we have control over the like. We dominated them. This is, by the way, as well. I just want to point out.
We didn't 100% dominate for 90 minutes. That's what he's saying.
I want to point something out. I want to point something out as well. By the way, this is the same team that people. This is the same team, by the way, that people were worried about challenging us.
No, but I don't care about all deals.
And everyone's saying about dominating the whole game. Name me one team that 100% of the game dominates. There's always a tiny spell in the game that the other team dominates. Every game. So what is your point? It's literally in every game. It's literally every single football game.
One at a time, people.
No. That's all I'm. That's okay. This is the last time I'm going to say this. It's not even the point that we had the whole total control. My point was, okay, I spoke in the second half that for all the domination we had, for only getting one goal was risky, and that for the likelihood that we were going to shut them out at 1-0 for 90 minutes was unlikely. That's the point I'm saying. And lo and behold, we lost element. We dropped our control percentage, wherever you want that to be, and they got some chances as a result of that. That's all I'm saying.
And I was answering.
No, but if VAR did their job, it would have been 1-0 all the way.
Can I answer him? Can I answer him, please? I told you that same thing situation. You already said it before, that you're worried that we are 100% control and is only one goal after that. And I told you that. Here's the problem with what your statement is. After the first half and only one goal ahead, what happened was you don't realize that that's the top 4 team in England.
Exactly. That's what I'm
saying. So for me, I will
Yeah.
go with that specific stat. And any team, please give me every time we have top 4 teams, contenders with 100% of first half and one goal ahead.
Exactly.
I get that.
Let's someone else talk.
Wait, keep. Right, hold that. Let me just go through all the super chats because there's a couple I've been waiting for a while. You guys can say anything you want to say afterwards. Just let me run through this. JFL says at this point we might as well pay the full 50 for Tony. Get Tony in immediately, man. Answer to all of our problems. Gabrielle says like tennis allows managers 2 or 3 challenges. It would make a huge difference and reduce the controversy and allow such robbery from dodgy. I've been calling for that rule for years, but it will never happen because controversy is what makes football so financially suitable to TV companies and everything. That's why everyone loves it, because it's controversial and all that. It will never change, but that's a good idea. Nikhil says, looking at Mbappe versus Neymar, should we go for him? If there's any sort of actual truth to it, or if it's actually
there is actually, but I don't know if it's. I don't know if it will force the move.
Exactly,
There's
I don't know if it's
attention,
enough.
but
I
it
don't think
doesn't
it's
mean
enough
that it's
for Neymar to
forced to move.
Right, last super chat. Anthony Taylor likes Chelsea more than Scott. Nah, that's fucking mad. But appreciate the donation. Okay.
But you see my point with Scott. Do you know how hard it is for Scott to with the way we play?
Okay to be
it's not
critical.
Scott's favorite thing. But even he admitted that we played well.
It's okay to be critical, Bully, but you have to be able to be objective.
Everybody
and fair.
admit we played well. Everybody
I
admit
didn't say we didn't play well.
Everybody did.
All I said is that what's it called? For the domination, we should have got a couple more goals, and I think the fact that we were only clinging on to a 1-0 lead, it makes it going into the second half makes it risky for us to hold it out for 90 minutes. That's all. And what I think it was Bodie that said that this has happened. This has happened time and time again.
Nobody wants to accept it.
No, yeah, we've been 1-0 up, and 8 times we've dropped points. And
we're 1-0 up against the
I
top
will
14.
actually. I agree. I understand if it was the errors that equalized like last season. The last season we were the reason those equalizers went in, not referee.
You can't compare them. You can't
compare one versus another.
They're 2 different scenarios.
I don't think there are 100% 2 different. There is some overlap that I think you guys are ignoring. That's all I'm saying.
2 goals.
There is some overlap, including our home record. People are ignoring.
Hold on. In fact, there was a mistake. In fact, hold on, please. No. In fact, there was a mistake. The mistake is Jorginho doing kick-ups in his box. That is literally a mistake. And had he not done that, we don't concede there. So that is literally one mistake you can point to.
No, if it was no.
Oh yes.
Okay,
if Jorginho clears the ball and doesn't do kick-ups, we win 2-1 at best.
And that's fine.
There's a lot of ifs and buts you can find.
I understand what they're trying to say. I feel like you're all saying the trends that we've always had was still kind of present in this game, regardless of the referee decision. But at the end of the day,
I'm not saying regardless.
You're not saying regardless, or what are you trying to say? I mean,
don't let him start again.
No.
Just nitpicking.
What I'm saying
Let's move on.
What I'm saying is you can't do. There's no.
Let's talk about Anthony Gordon.
There is no circumstance.
Yes, let's talk about Anthony Gordon.
Where Jorginho does kick up in his own box. That's it. That's what I'm saying.
The worst scope. Let's talk about Anthony Gordon.
No.
Okay, cool. Anthony Gordon is shit. Furthermore, Jorginho, don't do kick-ups in your own box ever again. Please and thank you. C'est la vie.
Let's talk about the golden
talks like everyone's watching.
Nobody's actually disagreeing with you that Jorginho should kick the ball out.
Yes, and that's.
So I don't understand why you bring in this.
I understand what he's just saying.
To hear himself talk.
Wait. You gotta understand though. He's not just going to agree with everything we all saying. It's good to always have someone saying something different. But no, it's not a bad thing. Let's not.
I think the rules change on that.
Do you know what it is? I think you guys are too obsessed being proper Chelsea. Let's 100 positive. And this is what Jester does for a lifetime. Just positive. Life is not. It doesn't work that way.
Okay,
you're
good at digging holes, mate. That's what you're doing. You keep digging holes.
I'm not making up negative.
Anthony Gordon, guys. Anthony Gordon, the new gold boy.
So Jorginho
no, guys, hold on. Let me say this: when you choose whether you're going to be positive or not, you already heard me say that I've been saying we don't create enough chances. This is a stance I have to this day. But I looked at the game that I watched yesterday, and that's not what I'm going to criticize the team about. I'm not going to bring back that situation. I look at the game as that game. I look at the team we played against. I look at the circumstances we were dealt in that game.
The manager, everything.
Okay,
you guys, the team, the opposite team, the opposite manager, all the circumstances and specific, the quality of the other team that's supposedly coming.
Son, Kane,
Son can
No,
exactly.
I get all that. So are you guys happy with the draw?
So just
are you guys
be
happy with the draw?
Fuck
Okay.
no, we're not happy
Oh
with
my
the draw.
goodness.
You
Okay,
was
let's
go.
move on.
Crazy.
Anthony
Let's-
Gordon, guys, the new golden boy. I'm the host.
I
Man.
will take him.
Anthony Gordon,
If
I'm the host,
I
guys.
will take
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon for one reason.
Hell
He's the.
nah.
I will.
Fuck.
I
I will
like
take
the
him
kid.
too.
I
You
like
take
the
50
kid.
million for another.
I'm
Callum
not
Hudson
saying
Odoi?
that he's a finished
50 mil,
product
no.
or anything, but if you think that Fofana is finished product, it's on YouTube because he's a really young talent. We're buying a prospect, and for in this specific team, the kid can play as a left wing back. We look at him as the same situation as Rafinha. The kid
Thank
is
you.
creative. Kid is aggressive. He's not as a step over as the other guy.
Alex,
But
you
I
see it.
think
Mount.
you will
Okay.
see him in the
No, he's
midfield,
not.
sometimes in the wing back.
All right,
He's
guys.
more
I'm the
versatile.
host. Moyo, you go.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I do like Gordon as well. I agree 100% with Alex because I think he saw the same thing I did with Rafinha. I seen in Gordon as well. I don't know if I would want to pay that much for him, but he has the traits to play very well in that position, and we can substitute that with Fofana because now Reece James can be the one that plays right center back, and we can rotate between Ruben and Gordon.
Okay.
And
okay.
it will
I'm the
save
host.
life. It will save Rice longevity in this league.
Okay. I'm the host. Declare, you go.
Yeah, everyone laughed at me when I brought up the wingback stuff. But I mean, the most interesting thing I heard was that Batshuayi might go the other way, and that sounded like a really good deal if that was the
That's
case.
a good deal for Lampard. Hell yeah.
Okay. Babalayo, you go.
I mean, honestly, Gordon, it's not exciting. It's whatever. I mean, like this type of transfers, I really don't have so much to say about. I just think, okay, bring him. If Tuchel thinks is the guy, bring him. If he doesn't, because honestly, I don't see nothing so special from him to spend 50 million plus on him. But
That's rumours. It's not going to be 50 million.
No interruptions,
We
please.
bid
No
40.
It's not going to be 50 million.
No interruptions, please. Babalayo, you go.
we bid 40, and they what do you call it? They rejected it, right? So obviously, we're gonna have to do something to go a little higher.
Okay,
Could
Cicada,
be
you go.
45 instead
Cicada.
of 40.
No interruptions. Come on, man. I'm the host. Cicada.
I don't think
can
we've
suck
actually
my
made an
big
official
white-
bid. We've not made an official bid.
Okay, do what's
It
good,
was
you go.
made the official bid.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
official.
that's what's kind of
Yeah, I
reported.
It
think
was
you're-
official
you're-
bid. It was rejected.
You're reading some Banduli sources, Cicada, anyway. But my whole thing is just like, what's it called? I mean, we believe that trust Tuchel. I hope.
By the way, Lewis, you fight. You can go.
If Tuchel wants his player,
The
You're
guy
fired,
has
bro.
his own world.
Just
in his
ignore him.
head.
Just ignore him, Lewis.
You can see what he wants to do. He wants he wants to change the squad to have young players. Like he likes to develop young players, and then
don't have enough
he
young
just
players.
wants the experienced players. But he wants young, hungry players there that are going
he
to go
said
into the
he likes
system
developing
and
young players.
provide what
He wants. He wants the.
Hell
He
no.
wants the young and older to
He wants a
be
balance.
balanced. Yes.
Our team is
Yeah,
too much on the
obviously,
older
he
side. He said
He
that.
doesn't want us to be the oldest squad in the league, but I mean, let's not say like he loves developing young players. I mean, let's.
No. He likes the experience, Bobo. He likes the
Yeah,
experience.
exactly. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just heard.
But
someone
he
say
also
loves
has
developing-
track
He
record
likes
of
the
improving
experience,
young players.
Nah,
but
we
he
talking about the Premier
also likes
League,
the fighters.
not
He
Bundesliga.
really likes the fighters. So the thing
Dortmund,
Gordon
where
is.
you could. In Dortmund, you could actually improve players because Dortmund, that's their style. That's what they do. They want to get them young players so they could sell them or whatever. You in Chelsea where the pressure is on every time. He's not an improver of
Yeah.
player. That's not.
Yeah, but
Expectations
not,
are
there's
different.
there's going to be no pressure on someone like
Expectations is
Gordon.
different.
But we should-
Expectations. are
Yeah, we
different
should have
between-
that pathway
between
anyway.
Borussia and Chelsea. Expectations.
Yeah,
are different.
but because of our academy, we should have that pathway anyway, so we can bring a young kid and there's something there that they can develop from. Yeah, the expectation's always going to be higher, but there has to be that that space for them. If
Guys,
the
I
academy will provide talent,
we do love a copy.
I do want to see Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, I want to see what he can bring.
Like that's why I've been waiting for him to come on. I want to see what Chukwuemeka
He's
can
playing
do.
today,
like,
actually, under 21s.
Oh, okay.
Guys, let me interject
I
with
mean,
this question.
he's probably going on loan.
Question about
I don't care. He can fuck off for good.
yeah, true. Yeah. Anyway, question about Kante's injury. Where are we now? Like Kante's out.
Man,
Kovacic
Kante.
still out.
That's why we
Oh,
have
my
blind
God.
Mason Mount.
Sharing the same little
That's why we
ligaments,
have
bro.
a blind Mason Mount.
Gallagher.
I am so sad. I am so sad for. I am so sad.
I still think we need a mid
Gallagher
guy.
looked quite good. He looked. I liked it when he came on. He provided that energy.
Yes, yes,
If
me
he,
too. And look, go ahead.
I would like him if he played a slightly higher role. You know how we
Yes, I was just
started?
about to
How we
say
started in
that,
the first
bro.
half yesterday? We're either
Yes.
Conte or Mount. I'm okay with that, but not like a double pivot kind of role. which he
Yes,
did.
Yeah, like you know,
100%, bro.
you know,
His ball retention is not good enough.
His ball
you know
retention.
where like you know where Ruben played, like when like in possession when Reece James was on the overlap and like Loftus-Cheek tucked into like I think it was like someone described it as an inverted 8 role, if you want to call it that. Like I think that position for Conor Gallagher would work, and I think he has like, physical attributes to play as a right wing back as well. So it could work. It could.
I think Conor Gallagher could be like a sub for like Kai when he's playing that right cam position. Like
I don't think Gallagher's a cam.
No, I don't think he's gonna go for.
No,
Kai.
wait. I mean, bro, Gallagher is very good at the final third. I mean, I feel like he could get better at the final third.
But that's an 8.
His passing is iffy.
Okay, I mean, but who's passing in the Chelsea team is iffy.
Gallagher's passing is iffy.
Nope, it's not. Not in the final third.
God, man, the guy never watched the play.
You're thinking about his passing from a deeper role. No, his passing in the final third is more incisive. I like his passing in the final third.
Exactly. Like I feel like he's a very decent passer. I mean, he's Mount's the best passer. You got to understand. Like this, I feel like Gallagher just got to grow. I obviously know his teammates even more on the pitch than you see. Because I was hearing like on the stream like a couple of days ago, you guys were like, should we loan Gallagher away? I'm like, why? I've not even seen anything from him yet. Like, can we play him like
Why we keep sending the players that had a couple of good successful loans? Why we sending them on loan again when they actually, even if they're not playing in the first team, they need to learn the system. That's why I think maybe sometimes I understand, like if we want to play with specific type of player like Jorginho, to keep even Jorginho at the Chelsea for one more season and not sell him and let him go for free, it will actually benefit some of the youngsters. Because if he's good, and I think he's actually good in the communication, nobody, like I rate Jorginho's communication on the field like better than anybody. Like the guy is talking all the time. So if he in a practice can learn from Jorginho that kind of skills, that's a good thing. Even if you don't play in like all the games and you have games there and there,
it's going to improve him as a
when
player.
somebody leaves, you can improve. You can be the number one, and you already know the system. That's why Pep Guardiola's players, they never get like best at the first year, but they become monsters when they come in.
Free Billy Gilmore.
Fuck Billy Gilmore, man. It's too.
Do you guys think
I think even I love Billy Gilmore.
He's too lightweight.
But yes, but it's not even about.
I mean, look at Verratti though.
I think
he's not Verratti. Come on,
I think
did not call him Verratti. Verratti, that's my bad.
I actually think Kid needs to go on loan. He's the one player that actually never had a couple of good loan spells.
I think Billy Gilmore would actually flourish in the way that we play.
Yes, it does, but he needs to get experience first.
Yes,
but to your claim, you said that they need to also learn the system instead of just shifting out them out on loans all the time.
No, that's not what I said. I said
I don't think Tuchel rates him like that. I don't think Tuchel rates him like that.
I know that. I actually don't think that. I'm saying after good successful loans, then stay at Chelsea. I didn't say from the beginning without loans. I rate loan system highly.
But Gilmore has played in the team and he's done pretty well. For the time
no, he's done one game and another next game he was shit.
He's played like he's been played sporadically because obviously he's not a first team starter.
He had a couple of good games against Liverpool. That game in the cup, and that was pretty much it.
In the Champions League, as well. In the Champions League, he did pretty well. Like I think that when he played, it was kind of like it was a throwaway game against Krasnodar.
Against Malmo or something. Come on, man.
The kid needs loan. That's a fact.
It does.
If you don't want him to, if you don't want him to become Cho, you need to loan him.
No. I agree. I agree. Young players need loans in general, but I just think for like the position because we play with 2 sixes.
It has to be a smart loan.
No. Yeah, but like listen, like Gallagher's not a 6. What's it called? and we're struggling with injury problems, the only other 6 we have is called Jorginho and Gilmore.
Do you think we should call Ampadu back? Do you think we should?
I don't want Ampadu. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I say Gilmore is more like Gilmore is not even like well, when we say 6, are we talking about like a CDM, like a
He's
DM
not a
type
sitter.
stuff?
He's
It's
not
really
a
not
sitter.
even a
He's not a sitter, but like I think he fits the number 6 role
because
like better than like some of the other players.
Yeah, because he knows how to move the ball quicker.
Yeah, like you can't play Mount there, you can't play Gallagher there. Like even what's it called? Even Kante, when he has legs, he's up and down. So I think Gilmore's the one that can actually like dictate play and has what's it called?
The problem
he would help with control.
The problem is we do not have the player that can smoothly transition ball from defense to the midfield. Jorginho is good at it.
Yes.
So if you will remove and you will put players like Mount over there or anybody else, you will see more balls go over the top of the midfield because the defense will not trust the midfielders to hold on to the ball for the long.
You don't think
Gilmore can hold the ball? It will be a big, humongous butt crack in the middle of a midfield.
No, come on, Gilmore's not that good, man. Gilmore's not that good.
Yes, I agree. Gilmore is not that good. He needs to play.
He needs to develop. I agree.
I'm not saying he's not that good because all I'm saying like he needs to go to Italy and
he's not Chelsea level. Put it that way.
No.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say he's not Chelsea level.
Most of the youngsters aren't Chelsea
because
level
he's too young to not be Chelsea.
Conor Gallagher's not Chelsea level right now. But at the end of the day, like
Anthony Gordon need to get Chelsea level.
Yeah,
I mean, because look at Gilmore though. He's been on 2 loans and he's had poor loans at both.
He's been on 1 loan.
He's been on
Gilmore.
Gilmore. No, he had the one. Was it Norwich? Was it only Norwich he got loaned to?
Only one spell, and that's it.
But that was a poor. I mean, that Norwich team was awful.
Loan.
He hope you know, like we've like this isn't the first time we've done. Like Conor Gallagher had a shit loan with West Brom. I wouldn't say shit, but
no, that wasn't a shit loan.
With West Brom, and then you
stop lying.
No, because I think when he was in the Championship, when he was
Stop
lying. Hold on. When he was at Swansea, he did really well. And
you're lying.
I'm not lying, but anyway.
You are.
Oh, you would just shut the fuck up, please. Anyway,
the West Brom loan. The West Brom loan was the one that got him the loan to Palace.
No. He went from West Brom to Swansea.
No, what? He went from Charlton to Swansea, and Conor Gallagher went from Charlton to Swansea, and then that was the 1920 season. 2021 season, he was at West Brom, and then 21-22 was at Crystal Palace. What are you smoking, Alex?
Exactly, which is why Palace went through it because he had a good season.
I'm gonna stop the one after another.
Stop lying. Stop lying.
I'm not lying. You said that he had a bad spell. That's a lie. I got mistaken by saying what loan team did he win.
He had a good spell at West Brom, and that's what earned him the move to Palace.
What did Massive earned him? It's like, I mean, he was going to get loaned out regardless. I mean, there was promise.
No, he wouldn't. Only if he's good enough. Vieira got him because he was good.
He was going to stay Chelsea.
I mean, it was because I watched him play. He definitely was not. He upgraded drastically from West Brom to Crystal Palace. You cannot say they were the same player both those years.
The 2 loan spells in the Championship, he was the man of the team. He was the best player in that team. West Brom and Swansea. Then he went to Crystal Palace. I think
West Brom were in the Prem. Are you smoking something? West Brom were in the Prem. Do you not remember?
And he had a much better loan spell than Billy Gilmore at Norwich. A much better.
Okay, what team did he win to?
Norwich was a shitty destination, you know.
No, I agree. I agree, whatever your name is, but it was still uneventful compared to his Crystal Palace one, and nobody can debate that. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Because Crystal Palace were a better team.
Because you said he did not have a good spell in one of those, but he wasn't. He was the best player in all of those teams.
Okay, either way. Anyway, we've seen what we did for Gallagher. Relegation team, put him in a mid-table team. Now we can do the same thing for Gilmore. That's what I'm saying.
But he didn't even do it at Norwich. He didn't even get into their team.
Yeah, because they sacked their manager, you dunce. What's wrong with you?
What do you mean their manager? The fact is he didn't even play. So if you can't get into that Norwich team...
Hold on a second. When the manager got fired, did he change his mind about Gilmore?
What do you mean?
The next manager after The manager of Norwich got sacked.
Dean Smith came in and he didn't.
Yes.
Gilmore wasn't playing.
So if it's a manager, after that he was fired, did Billy Gilmore change mind of the second manager?
Okay, wait.
No, because they changed formation. That's why.
Oh, come on, man! You're making up.
Wait.
I'm not making up. They changed formation. They were
I know, but you're just making up the parameters.
They playing without midfielders, right?
Huh?
If they change formation and they don't need the midfielders, that's the only reason why.
No, but it's different types of midfield. They were playing with two. Like it was like they were playing a formation similar to ours under Daniel Fark. Then they went to a 4-2-3-1. That's what I'm saying. Like
so now you're an expert. You're an expert analysis of Norwich.
All I'm just saying is like the Norwich destination from the start
I just watched Norwich. I don't know what's wrong with you.
It was just
like, am I arguing with children here? What is this?
Facts.
No, you're talking to the mirror.
Forget about
which is
anything
yourself.
I just feel like the Norwich loan was just
I'm
a
actually
bad one
arguing
from the
with
start.
dense people. Anyway,
how about we like send him somewhere? I just feel like he should go outside. He should go to another league. He's that type of player with so much technicality to his game.
But you have to ask, why couldn't he get into that Norwich team? You have to ask that question. Why is that with two managers?
The reason why he went to Norwich was because the German manager asked Tuchel. You know, we're good friends.
But he wasn't even getting on. He wasn't even coming off the bench really.
Because that manager promised him Billy Gilmore will play.
Gallagher went to Charlton, then to Swansea, then to West Brom.
Ciceda, do you know the reason why he could not get in that team? You have to understand. You have to understand something, right? Those teams fighting for relegations are not going to be looking to develop a player. You know, like he's looking at the guys.
But they clearly wanted to because they brought him in. So obviously it was just that they saw him and they thought he couldn't hack it.
One manager brought him in, and then another.
But Crystal Palace was fighting on the relegation for the season before that under the manager before the year.
Alex, let me finish. Let me just say something.
What?
Nobody's saying Gilmore and Gallagher are like in the same position, like where they should be at the same first team. Like maybe we fighting like if Gallagher is on the team, Gilmore should be on the team. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the reason why his Gilmore's loan was looking so dodgy is because Norwich was literally fighting for their lives. The manager just looked at the experienced players. Okay, I'm gonna trust the people I trust.
Exactly.
And this guy's about to go back to Chelsea next year. Why the hell would I put so much trust in him? So at the end of the day, I understand what you said, but from the start, it was just a bad loan.
Get this guy to a bad loan.
Exactly, and that's why I said he needs a loan.
Yeah, I agree, but this other brother saying that we should sell him outright. He's not good enough. Like you're smoking.
No, what I'm saying is Tuchel doesn't rate him, so why keep him around just because he's a Frank Lampard favourite? What's the point if Tuchel doesn't rate him? I'm just saying, if Tuchel's not going to play him, get rid of him.
You are smoking. What do you mean that Tuchel doesn't rate him? Like, listen, you may not be.
He clearly doesn't.
You can agree that Tuchel not really. There is something.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that he doesn't like him, but he likes him same as Cho. If that's.
Yeah, he likes him. They're good kids and that, but he doesn't rate them to play in his team.
Stop saying that. No. I'm not going to say rating. The thing is that he's not just going to rely on them because they're not reliable for him. So I understand what you're saying. Go on loan. Yes, exactly. I'm agreeing with you.
Only go on loan if Tuchel rates him. I'm saying because if there's no point of it, if there's a real chance of him getting into this team.
That's not how it works. You cannot just look at the manager.
Because look, we got Chukwuemeka who's coming through. Chukwuemeka's looking more promising than him.
You're just waffling. Stop,
bro. Stop. Just look. Wait, hold on.
Chukwuemeka's looking more promising. Just off the bench performances.
Say that. Hold on. Look,
he looks like he's got more potential to dominate in the Prem than Billy Gilmore. Just from his sheer physicality.
And that's okay. Whatever. That's his growth. Everybody's growth is not going to be the same. Understand that?
No, of course.
Chukwuemeka might look good, and the next 3 years he might not be in the league no more. Nobody knows anything. So, but like, let's. What I'm saying about Gilmore, and I'm not saying that Tuchel rates him or not rate him. That's not the problem. You cannot just say because Tuchel does not rate him, we should sell the guy that's not even in the first team affecting anything yet. This guy is someone that you could put as an asset for the club. You got to just not think about only Tuchel. You got
I get you. To sell him on next year for a bigger fee. I get that.
Exactly. So you got to send him on loan, somewhere like to Italy or something. I'm saying Italy because I feel like that's where he's going to thrive a lot for some reason. But
would you want him to stay in the EPL? If he's going to do well, you at least know where he's doing well.
But like, see, one thing about EPL focuses on physicality a lot. he needs to go. Look, when you're so technically gifted in a sense, physicality is something that you could I'm not saying that you could
you can
avoid,
make up for it. You can make
up for it. You know what I mean? So he needs to go harness his technical ability so much in the other league. Then you come back, then physicality is something that, bro, when you're moving the ball
The thing with
fast,
Verratti's small, but he's very strong, and he's elite at shielding the ball. He's elite at shielding the ball. This is what Gilmore Gilmore hopefully will grow into it.
Have you ever seen Gilmore getting clattered by tackles? No, he's a presence in the midfield.
Yeah,
He can hold his own.
But he's not on the level in terms of Verratti. Verratti's elite at shielding. Verratti is elite.
Yes, but
Can I get my opinion on Gilmore real quick, and I'll shut up? Look, I actually think there is a two-way street for this. I understand the point of Premier League, and I understand the point overseas. With technical players, like the Tiki, like Fabregas and all that, I think it's actually better overseas, because the one reason I think it's actually better is because technical players, they actually better, and when they get a really good confidence. They're good when the confidence is up. And if you're good on a confidence, you can overtake that physicality part a little bit from different angle. Right. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, if Billy Gilmore will go somewhere, I'm not saying Italy specific, but if he will go somewhere where he gets that confidence to his tactical abilities, the growth on himself, he's actually quite a nasty little thing. I think he's physical. There's a physicality.
I would say
player.
Portugal would be the perfect league for him. Perfect.
It doesn't matter. I'm not saying
physical, and
I'm not saying watch league.
Like you watch the Portuguese league.
What I'm saying is,
like
I want him to go where he actually. What I'm saying is, what kid needs to be played more. And he needs to get himself a confidence. Actually, I think he will be better in Spain.
I mean, Alex, how big was David Silva? Was David Silva such a big?
I'm not. This is exactly my point. I don't think you have to be massive.
Yeah,
but
like,
if you have a technicality, you can surpass those things. And the Premier League moved on a little bit, but I do think you need to have a little bit of physicality to not be like Jorginho. If you're better than Jorginho in the physical part and you can run part, you can be in the Premier League midfield. And the guy has that. So for me, Billy Gilmore does not lack of physicality or does not anything like that.
Alex,
he lacks confidence. That's it.
Alex, when I first said Billy Gilmore's name, why did you say
game time the confidence?
It's not just confidence. He's young. He needs to develop his game. Right now he's not good enough right now to play for us.
Stop waffling, mate.
Oh my God!
He's 100% good enough to play for us right now.
He is a good player, and Everton is probably one good one alone that Premier League in the Premier League that he should look.
Yes.
The way Lampard plays, he will actually be used a lot, and he will develop as a player over there.
Well, if they're fighting relegation, it could get sticky, but
they don't have a better midfielders than him, so he will be playing.
Bro. So that someone could score for them.
He played. Who did he?
They just got Onana in, so it will be him and Onana in midfield.
Exactly. Who did they play against us?
It won't be him and Onana.
Onana's going to be higher, was it? No.
It'll be Onana and Doucouré when they're both fit.
Yeah,
exactly.
And what I'm trying to say is, he just needs the games. He needs the season where he plays every game. It shouldn't be waiting on the shoulders for him. Like, I must have. I think he's physical enough to play in Premier League.
I think Southampton would be a good loan. Southampton might be a good loan for him, maybe.
No, the best loan for him will be Brighton.
Oh, that's a good idea. But do you think Brighton would take him? I don't think so.
Considering they're currently playing an attacking midfielder at DM, then I think so, maybe.
I literally think if he's not going on loan or get sold, he will end up like Cho.
No, I agree. All I'm saying is it was good. So wait, Alex. So when I first heard Billy Gilmore's name, why did you say fuck off then?
I thought you meant like right now he needs to be right now on our team.
No.
That's what
I've always said he's Jorginho's replacement. I've always said that.
But the guy I really want to see. The guy I really want to see on our team is Broha. I really just want to see him play so bad. I just think he's the type of guy that
he needs more than 8 minutes at the end of the game.
just
I
feel
do
like
agree with you on that. He does need more
just
dynamic
start.
minutes.
If he
He should-
starts,
I think he should have started against Tottenham personally.
No.
No,
What do you guys think of
over
Paredes? Paredes at PSG because he's looking
Nah,
he's
stop it.
leaving.
Stop it. No.
He's going.
Because wasn't it Tuchel that brought him to PSG?
Don't
I
give a
can't
fuck.
remember.
Don't care. Don't care. I don't want hot-headed
He's going
wanker.
Juve. He's also not a 6.
And I don't think he's a Prem player either.
You don't
People
think he's
need
a
to
Prem player?
forget that we're not playing as a 6. We're playing with 8s that defensively are aware.
Yeah, and he can play that perfectly.
Stop.
I don't know who he's talking about. I'm just saying in general.
Paredes.
like that, so I'm not.
I don't know who the fuck
is he
that is.
Is he from
Paredes from PSG midfielder.
Yeah.
Was he from Argentina? I think I've
Yeah, Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina.
Yeah, I've seen him play. I've seen him play internationally type shit.
Yeah, when I watch PSG occasionally, I don't watch them all the time, but when I do see him, like he has
Not as
like,
much as
some funny-
Norwich.
I'd probably watch Norwich
That
more
kid-
in the
that
Premier
kid-
League, but yeah.
That kid that in Portugal, I forgot the club.
Mateus
Nunes. People mention it a lot, so I looked at highlights of him. The guy's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I was saying that the other day. Him and De Jong would be perfect. Him and De Jong would be perfect.
He's not a 6 as far as I can see.
They're a bit too similar, but anyway.
But that's what Tuchel wants. He wants De Jong and Thing would be perfect for that system.
You don't want two people that are similar.
Yeah, you
No, but De Jong would probably sit deeper.
You don't want a midfield
No,
of
he
like
won't.
two. You don't want to.
Yeah, he will. He'll play like he does in Holland when he's a sitting guy.
That'd be such a.
You're
Playing
right.
three
Playing
back.
three back.
Elite
How De Jong
playing
is as a
three at the
player
back.
again. Are we doing another stream where I have to educate how De Jong is as a player again?
Let's not educate.
I'm not doing
the
it
kid
again.
Like you can't have a team of 2 Iniestas or 2 Xavis. You need to have a balance. It's all about the balance. You need
But
to-
they are,
every Xavi needs-
but De Jong
they're
and Mateus
similar.
Nunes are
They're
not the
similar.
same
They're
players. They
similar. They're
could
quite
play
similar.
together very well.
I can't lie. Scott schooled this motherfucker.
Have you ever seen Nunes play? Have you ever seen Nunes?
But he's talking
I
about.
watch highlights. just like you.
What team?
I feel
What teams
like-
he play for?
I feel like Nunes.
Sporting
Nunes
Lisbon.
played.
Okay.
Nunes
Remember
played-
when the kid said,
hold
I need to teach these people in the panel."
I feel like Nunes.
Well, so
I feel
you
like
don't
Nunes
think
could play-
they could play together then, De Jong and Nunes?
No, I don't think so.
Let me just say, let me like that.
Why, Alex? Why don't you think that?
I have not seen
I want
enough.
just a
I'm
specific
not gonna lie,
reason.
I have not seen enough of Nunez to know what type of player he is. But what I'm hearing is
Yeah.
that he is very similar to De Jong. Which, if that's the
Very
case, you don't need 2 players that are the same.
For me,
that's not
for
what
me,
De Jong like. That's not how De Jong works. That's not how you get the best out of De Jong. It's not getting someone who's similar to him.
For
You
me,
want someone that complements him.
for the highlights that I looked at of the kid Nunes, he actually reminds me of Gallagher.
I don't know how we're trying to. I don't know how.
Do you see that goal he scored on the weekend, top corner?
I saw that.
See,
He scored from like 40 yards out. Bullet.
But the thing about they're similar, but like in the sense that they're so similar that you could use them because like obviously De Jong is like a hybrid kind of player. Obviously, he's not a sitter. He's more of a guy that pushes up more. But someone like Nunes, you could even use him as not a sitter, but like you could use him like a deeper guy because he has a very
and they
good
could
long
interchange.
passing range. So he has a very good long passing range. So I mean, let's we kind of just give a definitive answer and say, oh no, they can never play together. You know, that's just like we cannot say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
At the
saying.
highlights. I looked at the highlights.
But
I didn't say
honestly,
I
I mean, at the end of the
You know
day,
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, we just think, we need one more midfielder or something. Like, I mean,
I think.
look,
No.
Kante yesterday was great. Honestly,
Kante
like, bro,
was so good, and then he got injured,
fucking
and I'm
good.
just
Then he
thinking to
got
myself,
injured,
how
I'm like,
much longer
bro.
can we take of this?
Exactly, like, bro.
Like
you are
another-
so
bro.
fucking
another
good,
another thing that
Lewis, you muted. Lewis, you muted.
good. Another thing that this another
prick.
thing that happened is Tuchel. Like I'm not a fan. He for some reason Tuchel does not feel when the subs needs to be made. Watch
you.
players
Oh,
getting
thank you.
exhausted.
Fucking- oh my days.
That's true.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
He-
Yeah,
there's a
Havertz
couple.
gas like 5
Yes.
minutes.
But also,
Exactly. That's
but
what I was
also-
saying. Like
also, okay, go on.
I'm not bringing last season as a statue. I'm saying like because the way he makes subs too late.
No, Alex, you could even bring last season because you could use it as a trend. Because why can't we bring last season? He's
Well,
been there
because
for a
I don't
year.
want to be like paranoia
No,
over here.
no, but-
I wanted to bring it last season, but
that's-
nobody
that's
was talking
different.
about.
But that's-
It's
but that's
not
different.
much
But
has
that's
changed from
different.
last season. It's just
But it's okay.
No.
but like
And
that-
as a referee, as not referee, as a manager, the couple of times that I can see Tuchel overplay the people in the teams, and
that's
it
facts.
becomes a pattern.
no.
And
Do
I
you
see
know what?
this
Do you know what my
because-
issue is? why are players getting
You
gassed
have a
so
lot of
easily?
issues. I don't want to pick
Why?
one
Why?
of them.
Like why? Like if the reason you take off Jorginho, who hardly ever really gets like tired like that, from what I can see, why is he having to come off due to like? I don't believe it was due to fatigue. I think it was just annoyed at him for the kickups. But like either way,
Jorginho was blowing. He was blowing before that goal. You could
like,
tell
what-
he was out of it. He was out of steam. It was a hot day as well. Remember that.
Why are
Because
players
I feel like
fatiguing so easily at the beginning of the season?
Jorginho
I
knows
just
how
don't
to
get it.
pace himself in the midfield. He doesn't
Exactly.
do too much sprinting. So
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I mean, maybe who knows?
Because other players do. That's why they get injured. Jorginho just...
Exactly.
Oh,
Jorginho
Kante.
paces-
Yeah, he's in a heap because of
Jorginho
Jorginho.
paces himself in that deep line. So like, I don't think he was fatigued or anything. I think
His
Tuchel
second
just said
game of
that.
the season. Remember that as well. It was a tough
Yeah, he's
game in
not
hot
fatigued.
conditions
I mean,
as well.
Bro, he was not
Yeah,
fatigued.
it's second game of the season after preseason, after a whole preseason.
And he spent the summer off. He didn't know how. Did he have any
Yeah,
international games in the summer?
physically, you're not at your best second game in. It takes about 4 or 5 games to get physically to your maybe 10 games to get to your best.
100%, 100%. Yeah, but like, okay, whatever. I mean, it's
after a preseason. You should
there
be
was
fit.
no. I don't think there was a drop off from Jorginho going off. I didn't see the drop off in a sense like wasn't like, oh man. I just feel like the reason why Tottenham just looked a little bit better is because Conte is a good manager and he changed something. Obviously, the first half he tried to beat us with counter attack against a system that was made to limit counter attacks. It's just a stupid plan.
Conte never
Again,
done that.
final points. I gotta leave in a minute or two.
It wasn't Conte. It was the referee. Conte's changes did not really. They worked until we changed it again, and then we took over again, and we still created chances. We missed chances, and then they got a set piece, and they scored where it should have been a red card before that. So it was nothing to do with Conte's tactics. It was nothing to do with it. So stop talking about his tactics. It was nothing to do with his tactics that won the game.
So when he took off Session and brought on Richarlison, and he could he pressed us a little bit more.
What I'm saying, my nigga, like I'm not saying.
Yeah, and that was it. He pressed a bit more, and we changed, moved Reece James to the wing back, and then it was a completely different game again.
Anyway,
They were attacking more. They were attacking more. That's the thing. They were attacking more because of the change. I understand the referee made the major problem for us. That's not even debatable. I agree with that.
They never created many problems, though. This is the point. What problems did they create apart from those 3 or 4 chances?
Bro, they pressed us more. I mean, the reason why Jorginho freaking could not kick the ball out is because they became more aggressive going up front. Like, are we gonna act like that did not happen? I'm not saying that. Just don't act like Conte did not do anything in the second half.
But they never got their goals from. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying, but I still don't think that it was that way. It wasn't Conte that won them the game. It was the referee.
100%. I agree with that. Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
we can end on an agreement. Good. Guys, we've been going for nearly 3 hours. The stream has been madness as I expected. We'll do all the transfer news in tomorrow's stream, so save some content for there. But big up everyone that's locked in. As always, like and subscribe. Fuck Anthony Taylor and smash the like and subscribe button. And yeah, fuck Mike Dean as well and fuck VAR too. Take care.
Fuck Thunder Road.
Who?
No, don't worry about it.
Fair enough. Well, like and subscribe. Big up. And as always, up.